Hey, welcome back to
Bye.
You Shit. I refuse to edit that out. Happy New Year, everybody!
Yeah, Happy New Year!
Yeah.
Happy New Year.
And what could be better than our favourite miscreants generating a fortune pool? And let's find out what on earth the denizens have been up to. So we'll quickly generate a fortune pool and then summarise and then get into it. So top of my screen is Jabir. Jabir, please roll a d6.
Nice.
It's a 1.
1. Okay. Nice. Grab your fortune token. There we go. And yeah, so next eels. Oh, Charles Darwin. The most.
Okay.
Yeah.
Charles Dickens.
Oh, Dickens.
Charles.
Charles Darwin
Darwin
Dickens. Because I keep mixing the names up, so it's canon now.
Nice.
4.
4.
Keep throwing extra names in there. Charles Dance,
Oh no, don't do that.
Darwin Dickens.
Okay, so yes, Shag of the
Fool,
box.
maybe?
Shagbot, please roll a d6. 4,
Yeah.
good. That's 3 thus far of the fortune points, and Raggy Rut, Rutty Rags.
Right.
4 Noise, and yes, Utterigner.
There we go.
3.
Yeah. 1.
Okay, fine.
Ma.
And I can do one. I roll a 3, and that
thank you.
also goes to you. Spam. 1, 2, 3.
Keeping them.
You keep those. So last time, having ingratiated your way into the Liche-King's Black Rock Tower, Sarn Goriwing, you started to meet some of its inhabitants and had a hot meal. Saw the wreckage of the elf being hauled in from the mud, and met with the Lich King and started to negotiate the terms of your employment. Learned that he had a tendency to drop off in mid-sentence. That is absolutely a character trait and not a Games Master mental blip. It's canon now. And enticed an orc rude boy into becoming cannon fodder. F in
For
chat
Alan.
for Alan. F in chat. Long may he rest in peace. So the last thing that we saw really was him being catapulted off the top of the tower, screaming all the way, and then sort of like disappearing into some brush. And that's kind of where I think we left it. The next day, it is overcast. It has been raining solidly all night, and you awake awake after a restful night's sleep. For most of you, getting used to actually not being outdoors, but actually being in comfortable furs. You know, there are many. The orcs tend to form a sort of cuddle puddle in the ground floor where the workshop is because it's the warmest. But others will simply drag off furs and find a discreet corner. And of course, the Lich King had his own bedroom. But you wake up in the wherever you've chosen to make your bed, and Chef Ramsay has been up preparing breakfast for everybody, and you can hear him chewing out Aston Martin because he's been particularly slack with providing the root vegetables that he requires. Yeah, you are encouragement. Oh, he's French again. He's meant to be Italian. Hang on. He's crazy. Oh no, I can't stand it.
Is that the pasta for breakfast?
The pasta, yeah.
Yeah, you have to put an ah at the end of every word.
Yeah.
Went for the pasta.
I'll keep practicing that one. Just imagine.
Oh yeah, I want that.
I can't help but think I'm just so culturally inappropriate. Nevertheless, breakfast is provided, and you know the assorted miscreants who dwell in Sarn Goriwing are, sort of like assembling and taking their meals. I mean, no one really all dines together. It's all in bits and pieces. So Chef Ramsay is run off his feet, having to do multiple services and. To suit, the librarians come down and everyone does shifts. The librarians have their sort of like set meal, and the guards all rotate around. So he's always busy, which probably explains why he's so frantic. You get one of the trolls. Ooh, which one would it be? Ringo. Stomps in to where you all are, probably eating as a group, I guess, and just sort of looms over you, and has a glassy-eyed stare, like he's just failed his herp dope roll and doesn't know what to do.
Come here. What does your friend want?
I will give him an elbow to the gut.
Ah!
Bring him round.
Master wants to see you. And then he turns around and his huge buttocks depart.
What he say? Master wants to see us.
Yes, come on.
You master.
Finish up, come on.
Okay.
I just leave whatever I haven't eaten on the table and get up to go.
Excellent.
Go.
I'll just pick my leftover food up with my hands and keep eating it as we're walking.
Beans.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Yeah, I'll stuff my bacon rashers into a little bun and carry it with me.
Yeah. I'll take an awareness roll from everybody right now as you sort of like grab your leftovers and your doggy bags and head out from the refectory space.
Awareness.
How do you do awareness?
So it's in the main thing. It's down in the skills.
And it's a standard test. Nice.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh shit.
Too busy.
Come on, people.
Hurry. Yeah, I'm too busy trying to like move you lot along.
So it was standard, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And can we can synergize,
You can.
scrutinize.
A success, a crit fail, a success, and a success. Wow.
So you can synergize it with
Any other skill,
Scrutinise.
yeah, scrutinize would work. Any other skill you can make a decent case for. Sorry, I'm in the middle of a Millionaire's chocolate crunch thing.
scrutinize, I think it's cool.
Yeah, that's a good call. Yeah. So to Rigna, I think, as you're sort of like casting your eyes about, you lock gaze with Uruk the Ugly. Awesome. And he just has that odd look on his face, and you find yourself transfixed by it and trying to work out what it means. And then he realizes you're staring at him, and he starts staring back, and you get into a staring contest. But what Jabir, Shagbok, Ragrut, and Charles pick up on is that Aston Martin, the horrible little snagger goblin who is Chef Ramsay's sort of gopher, is just snickering to himself, giving you all the side eye, and then snickering to himself as if he'd critically failed a guile check or something like that. Like he's just thought of the funniest thing, or he's managed to pull off a really impressive bit of snidey activity and can't help himself but be absolutely tickled by it.
What are you laughing at?
Ah! He's taken aback that you've noticed mid-corpse and sort of, eh?
What are you laughing at? What are you laughing at? You're laughing at me.
Yeah, I am actually.
Why? 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 Why?
Because
See that, master?
you're
Is this the one that my
You're
brother
a-
keeps telling me is telling me that
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
you're a whitey.
So what if I'm a YT? At least I got brains. Not like you. Stupid.
Go on. Get out of my
Good.
face.
Walk away. Walk away from
Get
me.
out of my
It's
face.
not worth it. Shut it. I'll spit some baked beans in his eye.
Ah! And Ugluk,
Go.
who had been just having the grimmest
Yeah,
staring
we're still
competition
in
with you.
this
Yeah, you're locked
staring
in.
contest.
His eyes slip to the side as he sees, Aston and Ragrut taunting each other, and he can't help but laugh when the beans sort of like hit Aston Martin,
Okay.
and that kind of breaks the otherwise very uncomfortable air going on between you. Suddenly, it's like you know how you can be really zoned in and focused on something, and then suddenly that sort of like zoning in breaks, and you become aware of everything around you. That sort of happens for you, Utarigna, and all the sound returns to normal. Before, you were just sort of like almost deafened and just tunnel visioned on Ugluk, but when he looked away and sort of like just did a bit of a belly laugh at the bean flinger, that broke.
I think I've won the staring contest as well, so I'm happy with that.
That's definitely true. And you head out from the refectory, and the troll is hammering yet another poor unfortunate orc on the anvil, who's holding in place.
The same one,
Probably.
same guy.
Probably the same one.
Can't tell.
Bong!
It is. Like, Ragrat recognises him. His name's Boris, and he's got so many.
Oh,
infos.
Boris, that's it. Yeah, well
I
done.
got a little bit concerned and has got his bandages at the ready the whole time.
Boris is wearing a crash helmet and is giving you the thumbs up.
Okay, mind your thumbs. See you later.
Bong! And you can wind your way up the central stairwell and pass through the intervening level and head up to the throne level. And I'll plop you on there so we got a point of reference. I like a bit of theatre of mind, but I feel comforted when there's a map in front of me. Let's plop you on here. Yeah. There we go. Oh, look, you've even got tokens there, so you can wiggle yourself around.
Yep.
Yes. Ringo has mysteriously managed to beat you up the stairs. Yeah, well, actually, I think you would reach a point where you can't go any further because there's just a pair of troll buttocks in front of you. Ringo slowly making his way up the stairs, scratching his arse as he goes up, and then.
I regret being first. in the queue
You
to
do.
Hurry up the stairs.
Yeah. And Laglin is sat in his throne halfway up the tree. The tree is just malevolently sort of like shifting in the wind, even though there is no wind indoors. Although you can hear the wind mysteriously outside howling away, but there is no physical wind. But nevertheless, the tree is sort of undulating as if it were in the breeze. Ringo takes his spot, turns around very slowly, and looks about. And Laglin is who's got that sort of soft black smoke just sort of pouring out of his eyes. Glances at you as you arrive, and he says, "Ah, very, very good. I have a request."
Okay, what is it? Tell us, we'll do it.
Yes. I would be very grateful if you could retrieve Alan for me.
Alan? Who's Alan?
I told you.
Who's Alan? Shut up.
It's the fellow who jumped in the catapult.
Oh, him.
Only he was of some use. If we can't find him, we will need a replacement, he says. So please go and find him. If you can't find him, report back and we will make other arrangements. It may mean that we need to go on a recruiting drive from one of the neighbouring tribes, which is always so tedious.
Okay, go. I'm gonna just, unless anyone wants to ask him anything else. You know, we know he kind of like drifts off the minute his inertia and conversation like runs down, so I think he's gonna doze again. That's it. I'll just make for the. Come on, let's go find Alan and start heading back down the stairs.
Absolutely. Just put you up
500
here, take you back down again. At least you don't have a troll's arse in the way, as long as you leave Jabby at the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll keep the back.
Keep to the back.
Yeah.
Yes. And you know, you wind your way down the stairs and you just hear Laglin the Lich say to no one in particular, Pete or Ringo, "When are those denizens coming to meet me?" And then you hear Pete say, "They just have, your worshipfulness." And Laglin goes, "Oh, very good." And then he dozes off again, and you continue circling your way down. Now, the exit level of Sarn
There's
Goriwing.
a quicker way over and go to the catapult.
You could.
Let's fire you over, see if we get in the right
Yes.
area.
There's only two ways out of Sarn Goriwing. It's either the catapult or via the library level. Yeah.
Right.
Poof! Suddenly you appear.
Okay.
I think we best. Should we bring Charles to row that little boat again?
Sure.
Okay, I shall row the boat for you.
He was so good at it last time.
Well,
Except
it's my
with the large
wrist.
fellow.
Shazga's still in the library.
She's sat in a comfortable armchair and has a book out in front of her and is scrawling notes.
Oh, I bet she hasn't got a library car.
Well, Charles, did you make library cars for everybody?
Of course. Well, I got my underlings to make them for me.
Oh, excellent. Yes. So
Where is
Wicked.
it? I want to see it. Ragrat wants to see it.
Hell yeah.
please,
Adding mine into my trappings if we've got one.
please, yes, I did. Please describe the what the Sarn Goriwing library card looks like, because I'm fascinated.
A small piece of paper with Sarn Goriwing library and your name, and a fine picture of the tower
Excellent.
Brilliant.
upon it.
Nice.
Sit. What? It's a bit. What am I meant to do with this?
Since we're allowed to read books, Ragnar, from in here, so we can take
It
them.
allows you to read.
Oh, okay. I thought it had powers or something. I've got a book anyway.
It does. It prevents kobold fanatic librarian assistants from pummeling you to
Yeah.
death if you go near a book.
They could try.
They will try. I mean, we've lost quite a lot of librarian assistants. You know, the turnover rate, the churn of staff in Sarn Goriwing is high, as you can tell. People get flung out of catapults. You know, kobolds get flattened to death during blacksmithing duties. They break out into fights willy-nilly. Simon has a stupid expression on his face. I really am playing into a terrible stereotype of Volux, I apologise, but he has a very stupid expression on his face, you know, and his arm is leaning on the one job. It's the one job he's got. Is leaning on the what do you call it? That sort of little rotating wheel, which he uses to operate the doors to get in and out. And he suddenly realises that the highlight of his day is coming up, and looks over at you, Rigna, and gives you a smile.
Go on then, Simon. Go on then, Simon.
He just
Show us what you can do with that.
He chuckles and starts winding the wheel, and you hear a grinding of mechanisms, and then the 3 portcullises open.
Wicked.
Oh, I get to click buttons in Roll20. It's so much fun, and you can step out. You're free. You may exit. Feel free to drag yourself
I
out
guess
as you will.
Jabir's the navigator. I'll ask him, come on Jabir, which way is Alan? Which way did he go?
Good question.
How do I get out?
Well, there's a door in front of you there.
Over here, look.
Like that really confused me.
Yeah.
I'm there now.
Come on, brother.
Excellent.
Do I find the coracle?
Well, yes. I mean, you had dragged it back up. You probably tether it to a nearby tree. So you go over and you can untie it and drag it over. Now, Jabir, what kind of roll would you like to make to ascertain where you thought you flung Alan? Feels like
Navigate,
it's...
surely.
Yeah, maybe a navigate, maybe a survival.
Yeah, I was going to use navigation because then I can use my azimuth.
I had navigation as well, I think.
Well, you could help and offer up a supporting role.
I think I'll just double check.
Whilst you're double checking, azimuth reminds me of what that does. It's something about not being able to get lost under the stars or something.
When you can see the stars, you gain a 20+ base chance to navigation.
Okay.
You always know true north, above ground, even during shit weather, basically.
Yeah. Well, this is
It's raining.
late mid-morning. It's raining. It's overcast. So right now there are no stars. When you flung him out, though, there were. So I'm
Yeah, I
going.
do have navigation.
Brilliant.
So it's not open, I guess. Hasn't got the apprentice or thingy next to it.
Yeah, so it means it's at base. You haven't got a skill rank in it. That sort of. It doesn't mean that you can't roll it. You can.
It's a flip to fail, though, isn't it?
It-
If you haven't got it.
If it's got a little blob next to it, yes, it is flip to fail. But this is a support roll, so you just offer up a D10. So Charles, you can roll a D10 as a support roll, and then Jabir, you can make your roll, and because of azimuth and everything, having seen the stars last night when you flung him out, make this as easy.
I rolled 1,
That is a good roll to
Nice.
give. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Ah,
Mm.
Nice.
So 64 can be substituted for 14. So success
So
all
your
around.
1 changes 6 to a 1.
That's right.
I see.
Took me ages to work that out.
Sometimes I still forget, to be frank. So yes, between you, you do a bit of triangulating. There's a lot of licking of fingers and holding up to the wind, that kind of thing. Talking about prevailing currents. Quite what that's what dried fruit have got to do with anything you don't know. And you estimate that you are looking that his trajectory. You do remember the trees, some distance beyond, sort of like being disturbed by his passage. You probably
Also, like,
yeah, go on.
could I work out mathematically
Oh, I see what you're doing.
how far he's gone?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. What kind of roll are you going to use
Because I
for
can't
that?
fail.
I know you've got. If you use anything that involves a mathematical calculation, you succeed. What skill is it you're going to be using for that?
Education.
Yeah, education would work. Excellent. Roll education. We know you're going to succeed, but you never know. You might crit.
So, do I synergy? Is it synergy? Or just roll it?
I think you just roll it because it's a talent you're deploying, so you don't need to synergize anything. Excellent. Yeah. So it was a given. You were going to succeed. We were just seeing whether or not you could get a crit. Yeah. So Jabir, I mean, you've got the direction. Bob on. You're looking southeast. And Charles Dickens, you've calculated that he would have travelled something on the lines of 555.6 yards.
Right.
Unerring sense of distance. So, you're going to need. Where's the Nickcomb of direction finding? Yeah. Let's. It's going to be back over this way, and keep on going for another 500 yards or so, which is going to head you downstream, sort of like somewhat, really. So there's going to be a bit of negotiating of the rapid decline and climbing down some rocks. But you can start making your way down. So you boat over in the coracle. I mean, Jabby is not going to. You just step over.
No, I made a bridge pretty much.
Ah, yeah, you still got that bridge still there. Yeah,
I
absolutely.
can't we always just use the bridge?
Yeah, I'm going over the bridge.
So yeah, absolutely. If you want to tie the coracle back up again and watch everyone cross over the bridge, that's fine.
Yeah, let's
No,
try the coracle
Before
back
we
Is
set
it
off, Steve.
dangerous to cross the bridge? Do we have to roll? to
Only if
cross
you
the
fall
bridge?
off. No, you don't have to roll to fall off unless
Okay.
something adverse happens. What did you want to
I have
ask?
to roll to fall off.
No, you fall off automatically. That's how it works. What did you want to ask her to Rigna before you go?
Like, if Charles knows the terrain where we're heading, and he can advise us, do we need climbing gear? Do we need some ropes? Is it just an easy climb down or wherever? He said there was like a bunch of rocks we'd have to climb down.
Yes.
We nip in and pick up some, climbing gear from inside before we go. Assuming none of us have got. I've got bugger all. What have I got?
Some ropes would be handy. It's not going to be so terrible a journey. Charles can inform you that you're going to have to go down sheer vertical cliffs or anything. If you do a sort of,
Alright.
if you take a long winding arc round, take a bit of a circuitous route, avoid the worst of the terrain, and go down the gentler sort of like slopes. It's a bit arduous, it's an unpleasant sort of like trek, but you can avoid an awful lot of precarious rock climbing. It would take a bit longer, but it's a bit safer. But handy to have some rope with you, just in case, you would advise.
Alright, is that easy enough to grab from inside? Can we just
Yep.
shout over to, what was he called? Simon at the door?
Simon,
Simon! Grab us some ropes and throw them out. Quick.
he peers out. What?
Grab us some ropes for climbing in case we need them. We have to go find Alan.
Ah, all right. And he ducks back in, and then
Fell out of the tower.
a little later, troll arm hurls some rope out.
It's a rope.
Really heavy hemp rope comes whistling out, with a kobold fanatic attached to the end. He goes, "Ah!"
Not you. Really.
Who picks himself up and then toddles back up the stairs.
Nice.
But you've got a massive, sort of plenty of hempen rope.
Brilliant.
And yes, so you can start making your way. Now, bit of wilderness sort of like travel. The environment here is hard to negotiate. Fortunately, only very weak sort of like daylight just filtering through the clouds, so not enough for you to feel, for those of you who are vulnerable to that, to be troubled by it. But it's very boggy, marshy, rough ground. It's hard going. This is a difficult trek. Who wants to take on the scout role and look ahead?
I'll do that.
Yeah?
Yeah, Ragrat likes to scout ahead.
Alrighty.
So I roll.
A bit of stealth.
And I
Stealth.
assist Ragrat with an intimidation. And just be like, you better not get us caught.
Yeah, you could do that
Okay.
before he sends off. Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah. Make
didn't
sure
I
you don't
find
make
them
any noise.
doors? Didn't I find all that other stuff?
Shut up. Keep going.
And didn't I do a good job?
Well,
What am I
you have
on
to do a
stealth?
good job now, Ragrat. That's the thing. No one cares what you did yesterday.
So this is hard terrain. So any roll you're making is at -20 for hard terrain.
What's that? Hard?
Yep.
-20.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm synergizing Criticise.
Keep your eyeballs peeled as you go about. Oh.
See, if Master hadn't shouted at me like that, then I would be able to focus better.
Shut up. I can still hear you.
Now you failed. Now, I mean, you can leave it at that, or you can see me plopping massive great
Also,
tokens onto the
yes,
board.
Dave.
I will use,
Oh, you've got some more over there. I didn't know.
yeah.
Well, in that case, you can't have those then.
I'll use one of my thingies. One of the thingies.
Are you using a personal fortune token or a pool one?
I'm going to use a full one.
Okay.
And also, I keep forgetting I've got this thing called determination.
Oh.
When you attempt an extended test to take your time, you gain an additional +10 base chance to your skill test.
That is awesome. Wouldn't have helped you though.
Oh, was it not?
No, because it's not quite enough, is it? It would have given you.
Oh no, on this one it wouldn't.
No, but it's useful to make sure that you employ that when you do extended stuff. Yep.
Yeah.
But you can have a
So-
re-roll,
I'll try it again.
and we will bear in mind your determination this time because it's given you +10. With the resounding, comforting, kindly advice ringing in your ears. Oh, God.
I'll go again.
You can just keep doing it, right? Your lucky
Yeah.
get thing.
Lucky get
Yeah, with my lucky get.
enables you to spam it unless you crit fail.
Yeah. Right, don't quit fail.
Don't crit fail, don't crit fail. Good advice in life, don't crit fail.
Mhm.
Bloody hell. Keep going. I've got all night. Cheers, everybody.
Yes, we're
Happy New Year.
Hurry up.
Fucking
Oh my
hell.
God.
Okay, I've got to get a good one.
Keep going. Come on.
One, two, three, four, five. We go for the record. What's the record of the most fails in a row?
6 I got.
Six. Six to beat. Come on, come on. Crit fail!
Oh,
Oh,
crit
Oh.
fail.
sake, Ragrat.
Oh, right then.
Now,
Not
Ragrat.
anymore then.
Okay. No, you can't. I have that token now. Finally, it becomes mine. Mine, all mine. I will flip it. Just
Okay, so I can't. I'm sorry, Master. It's just too hard here.
Shut up.
So, Ragnarok has stealthed off ahead, taking this long, winding arc into the brushes.
And fall down the cliff.
Yeah, well, crit fails.
do racket.
Over.
Definitely something
I
bad
keep getting
happens.
distracted because I see interesting stones, and I'm looking for a new stone. You see.
You do. In fact, it is a stone that grabs your attention because you see a cheeky little spider looking around it at you, and it reminds you of your pet spider whom you haven't fed for months because you've never mentioned feeding him, so I just presume he's curled up
You
like that.
look at my latest diary entry, which I haven't put up yet.
How am I meant to do that?
My trap is meant to.
Okay, well, retcon then.
Plus, he's a free-range spider. He can go get his own food.
Is he organic?
I think. What do you mean? Of course he's organic. He's a spider.
Organic and free range. I'm just.
Oh, I see what you mean. So, yeah. So
And-
I see a new stone.
You see a new stone, it looks beautiful, and you see a little spider, who's a spitting image, like maybe a little friend.
Well, I'll pick up that stone and put it in my pocket.
And in the course of doing that, you take your eyes really off the path and slip. Now, I would like you to make a coordination test to see if you can keep your balance. And this is going to be hard. It's what we need if we're going to be the best.
Synergize with. Can't see the things because I've got the thing over the top of the things.
The things over the things, the overlays of the underlays.
I'll synergize with athletics.
Good plan. You're good at that.
Oh, yeah. Right, I'm going to do it again though. I'm going to use. I'll use one of my own personal ones
Okay.
this time. How do I move it? Oh. Yeah, it's up there.
Awesome. Have a reroll.
Can I reuse my own ones as well? Do they go to you when if I fail?
That's a good question. I don't think so somehow, but I mean, you could put the talent in and we can look at it. Because I think it's something to do with the pool, Lucky Git.
It is to do. It is lucky get. I've got so many talents.
So talented. Everyone's so talented.
Where is it?
I'll look it up. It's probably because you renamed it and now you can't find it.
No, I haven't. I haven't renamed it. It's
Oh.
still called the same.
Lucky Git. When you spend a fortune point and fail the skill test, put the fortune point back into the fortune pool. So that doesn't apply here because it's not a fortune point from
It's,
the fortune pool.
yeah,
So if you fail it on a personal fortune point,
it's gone.
It's gone.
Okay, well, that's alright. I can risk that, I think.
Yeah, them's the breaks.
Right, coordination I'm doing, aren't I?
I believe so, yeah.
Two guys with athletics. That's hard.
Yeah, it's tricky. It's very slippery. Oh,
Oh
my
my
god.
God.
Okay, so you are most certainly, not only are you on your arse, but you are sliding. And so, the rest of you are, I don't know, at this point, probably 20, 30 yards away, and you've heard, Ragrut just making a hell of a racket, unlike normal. And then you hear this sort of like crunch as they sort of like hit the deck, and then there's a whir, the slipping and the sliding. Yep. Going screaming, and you are sliding in that scene in Romancing the Stone. If anyone remembers that film, where they just slide down the mudslide, yeah, and that is exactly what you're doing, sort of like right now, slipping and sliding, and as underbrush sort of like whips past your face, and disappearing from view. What would anybody else like to do at this point? Oh, welcome back.
You, me!
Did I miss? Right? Did we hear Ragnarok?
I slid off down a muddy hill.
Yes, absolutely.
Should we go after?
I think I'll just stop rolling at this point.
Will you use survival to move forward? Round. Or
Can you use what to move forward? I didn't hear that.
survival?
Yeah, survival would help, pick the best routes to pick your way down. I mean, I haven't heard yet anyone suggest anyone doing anything, apart from Charles suggesting that you might go after them. I mean, what do you want to do?
Yeah,
Go after them.
Row!
I'm gonna send Bug to try and chase after. Okay, fetch.
Okay, so you're going to unleash Bug, and it sounds like Shagbok is going to sort of like drive your way forward, maybe use survival to try and pick out the best route. What would Utarigna and Charles like to do?
Would I have some knowledge of the area?
You
Attacking.
Yes, I mean, that you've been taking the best route, really. You avoided the worst of it, but there are some terrible muddy places, and not far from here, in fact, that there's a pretty awful swamp, and you're getting quite close to it. So you imagine that poor Ragnarok has, just hit some of the worst of the terrain and is probably sliding their way down to the swamp.
So I suggest we need to get her before she hits the swamp, or he hits the swamp.
Okay.
Roll survival and awareness.
You could do survival synergized with awareness, but it's hard because of the terrain. And Jabir, whilst Shagbok is doing that, do you want to do animal handling?
When you use one token.
You can indeed use a token. I'll take it.
And Uruk can read something just in case. Nope.
Could I help out with the survival and that?
Yes, you could. If you want to roll a d10, then that will help Shagbok with their survival as you provide local knowledge. and Utterigna to help catch you up. Regrettably, Ragrot ended up doing the Romancing the Stone sliding down a mudslide scene.
8 doesn't
Okay.
look good, is it?
8 doesn't really help, no. Between you, I mean, it's been a lot of rainfall overnight. It's still raining now, so this seems to have worsened the terrain. Oh my goodness, my giddy aunt.
I've
Yes.
got no idea where that little shit's gone.
Yeah.
Okay, so can we hear the vague direction? Charles sort of knows the way, knows the area a bit.
You know the vague direction, but of course, at any moment, if you follow it too closely, you could, fall foul of the same fate. But you know roughly the direction that they're going in.
Yeah, I'm gonna go after where I heard Ragrot fall down, and just be a bit more careful about where I'm walking and stuff.
So you could do a survival or an awareness or a combination of the two, whatever you fancy.
I'll do survival, and I'll synergize with my scrutinize to watch where I'm going. And
Okay.
it's hard.
It is
because of the
hard.
terrain, right?
Yep.
59.
Oh
I'm
my
going after
goodness,
them.
yeah, it's really impenetrable stuff, and just dank and clammy and raining. The conditions are fearful. On an upside, Jabir, you seem to have done well with Bug and set them off on their path, and thank goodness you took. Was it animal trainer as your new profession?
Yep.
Excellent. So yeah, you could give Bug an awareness test, and because he's using smell and is a dog, this would be
How much trouble smelling me?
would be a, and because also Ragrot smells awful. Yeah, I was going to say it's not going to be hard, but unfortunately it's still a failure.
Well, that didn't let me
I'm
choose
gonna,
any help at all. It just rolled immediately, so I don't know what the hell is going on there.
I
You
think
change the settings.
yeah, you got to change the settings to give advanced rolls probably.
I'm going to use one of my tokens to re-roll that.
Personal pull for a reroll.
Can do
Yeah.
any better.
Meanwhile, Ragrot, you're just
survival.
sliding away.
Can I use my dig my heels in to stop myself sliding downwards?
Yeah, absolutely. You can attempt another coordination test, or I would accept an athletics. Crikey, this is just a litany of awful
Okay.
rolling.
What was the perception going to be? I've got it sorted now.
Oh, brilliant! Well done. Yeah. So just at -10 rather than at -20.
So what's my difficulty?
Oh,
on my
come on, Bug.
athletics?
No one wants to say Ragrot. Well, we tried. Nothing else we
tried.
can do. Let's
That's
go.
we've lost Alan, we've lost Ragrot, we're just losing snaggers all over the shop. So yes, if you're attempting, yeah, you can use either coordination, for sort of like timing. You can use athletics for a bit of muscle, whichever you prefer. And it's hard because you're picking up speed, and this terrain is awful.
I use determination.
Yes, give you
As
plus 10
well.
on top. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Well remembered. Well remembered.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Holy
Jesus.
shit! No. Okay.
No, that you've got to take 10 off.
I can, but that
Oh,
doesn't
Gavin,
stop
you
it being a
still rolled
99, and it's a crit fail, so something bad happens. So you are digging yourself in, and you're shimmering, and then suddenly you shoot out from the trees, and you're in space. You're in the air.
Flying snagger.
and then
Sorry.
Fucking
you
hell.
see approaching you there is a body of water to your relief, and you do a beautiful sort of like shooting dive into it, hit the water. Poof. Can you swim?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I've never had to do anything
Swim?
like this. What's swimming when it's at home?
Any of us have a-
It's athletics.
It is athletics.
Oh, Okay, I'm alright at athletics, but so
But I think what I need you to do is first of all, some kind of mental peril resist. You know, because this is a bit of a shock. You didn't anticipate going high diving, and it's a bit scary. So you...
let me look at what I've got here.
So it's a will test.
I've got
Yeah, you're going to be resisting.
determination.
Determination's the trait, that helps, but you want to use a resolve test. It's a willpower.
Oh, that's a talent. I know, but it's an extended test, so I can't take my time with this.
No,
So what do I got to do? Will.
a resolve in the willpower
Resolve.
power skill section. Yeah, I mean, you haven't got the luxury of time as you hurtle and smack into the water, really.
Okay.
It's the last thing you've got.
I'm not dead yet.
I'm not sure I approve of all this smack talk in the chat, really.
Anyway, I
Corruption.
succeeded my resolve test.
Yeah.
Hey.
Okay, so you aren't utterly petrified. You know, I mean, there's a steely grit. You know, you gird your loins. You're going to hit the water, so some kind of athletics or coordination or combination thereof would be helpful to try and reduce the potential impact damage of smacking into the water at high speed, I think.
Okay.
You could cannonball. Hey!
Nice.
Okay, so that's made it, you know, I mean, you have done a lot to sort of slough off a lot of the damage. 1d10 plus 1, however, is coming your way.
Have I got to roll it, or are you going to roll it?
Well, I'm prepared to roll it, but I have a history of rolling horrible things, so I'm happy if you want to roll 1d10 plus 1.
My rolls haven't exactly been great, have they, tonight?
Alright.
Alright,
Well, yeah, you rolling it? Oh, go on then.
plus how much?
1. It's not going to be too bad, it's going to be fine. You just go, oh.
It's 9, of course.
So that's put against your damage threshold.
Okay, which is where?
In your
In
combat
combat.
page, yeah. Damage on one side, damage track, peril on the other. I'll look at it with you whilst you navigate your way through the caption.
I don't know.
So
I don't know
damage
what that
threshold is the big number 10 next to it on the right, if you see.
means. Oh, right. So, okay. So does that mean I'm not damaged?
By 1 point, you avoid damage.
Excellent.
So, I mean, you would smack it really quite hard and sort of like skim off the water a little bit. You know, we're playing the world's first game of snagger sort of rock skimming. And then inevitably the surface tension gives up and you plummet underwater. But you have, you know, you've avoided serious harm. And, you know, you can now swim if you want. But we'll cut back as you enjoy a bath for the first time in 3 years. And it's like poor Utteringa is pinging it out of Discord like on a bungee string.
Yeah.
Let's go back and see what everyone else is doing now. Now I just got to look through a sea of red here. So, ping out and in. Shagbok, your survival rolls, even with the aid of Charles, you're struggling to see the best route down. Oh, you know where they have gone. You can hear them. You know, you hear the screaming, and then it suddenly cuts off, and the big splashing noise. But you're struggling to see the best way down. Bug you've sent off, and he's unable to get the scent. Not really sure why, but I think you would find Jabir, that Bug circles his way back to you and is at your feet, wagging his tail. Doesn't seem to be able, for some reason, to have picked up the scent. It might be all the rain, might be an issue. Now, Uterigna, you also seem to have been struggling, and you re-rolled and failed. So
Yeah, I stomped after where Ragrot went. Where I could hear him.
At the moment, really, you know roughly where they are, but you can't clap eyes on them. You can't see an easy way to get around this. You can start to see now where it's all very slippery and treacherous. You're not quite sure exactly which direction they've gone in. You're a bit clueless, really. What do you all want to do?
Did I get the idea that he kind of went down a bit of a slide?
Definitely, yeah. You can start to see. Oh God. Honestly, I'm gonna sack Discord. Mid-sentence 3 times. This is
Oh dear.
having a laugh, isn't it?
Very naughty.
It is very naughty. Good God. In answer to your question, just watch you ping in and out half a dozen times. You got a set, yeah.
I hear him slide down.
Oh yeah, you heard. I mean, you heard an awful lot, yeah. And you can see from where you are that the ground is utterly treacherous here. It's just sopping wet. Charles hasn't given you bad advice. The weather has ruined the terrain.
Fine. Well, let me ask you before my Discord dies again. I'll bellow down to Ragrot. You still alive, Ragrot? Can you hear?
Ragrot, you're underwater, so. Yeah. So yeah.
Did I
You
hear a
are
splash
swimming.
of water?
Make an eavesdrop test, and it will be at -10.
Okay.
Feel free to synergize. What you think is appropriate. Oh my God! Finally,
Finally.
yes. No. Now, Ragrot, you did correct fail that last athletics test, did you not? And then you succeeded it, right? Just getting the bearings. It's just a sea of red in the chat panel. It's a bit disconcerting. So you're swimming around.
Was from when I dug my heels in.
Oh, that was brilliant. I love that bit. Oh dear. Yes. I think you just catch the sound of an almighty, the sound of an almighty sort of like sploosh of a snagger hitting a large body of water at high speed. That's what you just catch an echo of at Urigna.
Okay.
And that enables you to pinpoint the direction. Oh dear. This has to be the shittest Discord connection in history.
So once
Wow.
we've been informed of the direction,
Yes.
would I know if the water is connected to the other bit of water, so that we could get the coracle round to Ragnarok?
Well, what
Or is
you
it a lake on itself?
This appears to be the beginning of the swamp. So the good news is that this water is not the enchanted river water. Otherwise, Ragnarok would be asleep underwater drowning right now.
Hello.
It's a separate body of water that runs parallel to the waterfall. You don't think bringing the coracle is going to be helpful, just because of the precipitous drop, really.
Could we not use it to go down the sliding thing that Ragnarok went down?
You could
Rick
use
has
it
already
for
done
that.
it.
Yeah, you could use that. Meanwhile,
Quite fun.
yeah, it's a Rigna.
Not,
Do you
not
want?
use some of the rope that we've got to go down it.
You-
Right to the tree.
You could use that, yeah, absolutely. But Rigna, however, you've decided to take off down the slide. Do you want to do a coordination test? And it's hard.
Do better than I did.
Synergize my life.
Yay!
Yeah.
Excellent.
After my buddy.
Now this is a controlled descent if you want it to be, or you can just pick up speed and play the shooting in midair game. It's up to you.
But yeah, I'm gonna do the fancy swan dive.
Oh, excellent. A deliberate fancy swan dive. Yes, but this is sort of like under control. And, you know, you can now make an athletics test to see how you get on. You can shoot out under control. So because it is under control, because you succeeded with the coordination test, it is standard.
Nice. I'm gonna synergize my coordination to
Nice,
try
handy.
and do this in a lovely.
Look at that.
Beautiful, look at that.
Yeah. Describe to me the artistic interpretation that you apply to this dive.
I'll give it a go. Might only have 10 seconds on the Discord, but
Hurry
I'll
up.
have a go. And, same romance in the stone down it as I get to the bottom.
Yeah.
I'm gonna like stand up and like launch myself out. Trust that Ragnarok's in the water. I've got an idea where he is, and then just do a proper like. I don't even make a splash. I just like dive in. It's like perfectly
Perfect.
smooth.
Just as Ragnarok bobs to the surface, and you see, you know, Utterigna doing this beautiful. Someone's got to see this shit. Otherwise, what's the point of it? Makes this beautiful entry into the water, sort of like next to you. A perfect dive, and sounds like Shagbok, you're getting some rope together and using that to help you get down.
Yep.
Or do you want to take part in the great sliding jumping contest? There's
Once
rewards.
I'm down, I'll bellow up to my brother. Come on, brother! Just a slide. Passing about up there. Come on.
Not to be outdone by my brother.
Mm.
Why don't you just send the rope down instead of all of this?
I've
No,
got the
I'm
rope.
going to. I'll tie the rope to the tree, around the tree, and then I will hold it in one hand, and I will just take the other end down the slide with me.
Okay.
I'm bringing the rope to you, brother.
Whatever.
So is that athletics? Is it?
It is athletics.
Oh god. God, athletics.
I mean, the rope will help you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll do that way. Toughness, I suppose.
Yeah, physical toughness is a good thing to synergize. And then do it as, because you got the rope, standard.
Standard.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. I lose the rope somewhere along the way.
Yeah, you might do. It's not crit fail, so nothing bad happens. On the other hand, you're making a bit of a hash of it. Unless you want to re-roll.
Yeah, got it.
What are you doing, brother? Making a pig's ear of it.
You can hear some crashing and thrashing in the undergrowth at the moment as he's coming down.
No.
Oh my god.
Definitely not good.
Oh,
He's
I
coming
was so
down
waiting for a
backwards.
crit fail.
Coming down backwards. Spinning around a bit.
Back a bit.
Yeah,
Okay,
no worries.
come on,
Yeah, that's probably a wise idea. Anyway, you come hurtling. You know, you're in midair, not in your planned trajectory. Now you need another athletics test to see what you can do to avoid you belly flopping into the water.
Can I have hoisted Ragra out of the water while this is going on?
Absolutely.
My brother landing on it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, the pair of you can swim over to the water's edge at this point.
I would use toughness again.
You can use toughness to synergize. But it's hard this time, I'm afraid.
Oh shit.
Oh my god.
Now he
Go on.
fucking makes it.
Well
I don't know.
done.
Yeah, so you...
One die.
Yeah, 1d10 plus 1 is all you take. I don't know if it's enough to actually get past your damage threshold. That's 3, so that's not 2. Yeah, so you hit the water, it stings a bit, but you know, you're made of sterner stuff. You know, and then you sort of, you know, sort of come up to the surface, awkwardly, spit out some water, and you can see where your brother is, you know, sort of like just unceremoniously dumping Ragra onto the water's edge and is climbing out. And I believe that just leaves Charles. Charles, have you and Jabir? Charles, have you slogged all your way back up to the top to grab the coracle, or have you changed your mind?
I think I'll just go down the rope. It's probably easier.
Yeah. Okay.
So you're
although-
coming down here to see Ragra at the bottom.
Yeah.
It's fun.
I need an athletics test then at standard from you, please, Charles. And then, Jabir, tell me what you're going to do whilst he's rolling that.
First things first, is this the actual route we need to take, or are we climbing back up at some point? I would like to do a navigation to make sure everyone's not just jumped off it around.
Yeah, I mean, you can make a navigation test. I mean, it's hard because the terrain is awful. It's very disorienting. And you haven't got the stars to help you. So it's at -20, but to get your bearings. Not really sure, mate. You know, could be, maybe. I mean, if you want to re-roll, there's 3 tokens I haven't got yet.
Nah, I'll leave it at that. Let's have a look. No matter what I choose, whether I wait or I jump, it's not going to be good, so...
Oh, I failed.
Oh my god. Right, so Charles, even with the help of the rope, you find, you know, the problem is that when Shagbot was coming down, he started twizzling around, and you know, he lost his bearings. He went down head first at one point. The rope is no longer pristine. It's quite slippy and mucky in places, and you grab it, and it just sort of like is slick, and you know, you start. Unless you're going to do something about that athletics test, maybe a re-roll, you start slipping.
Yeah, I might as well re-roll. Give it one more go.
Yes, mate. So we'll flip a token then.
It's going to be a sea of red again.
Have another.
It could well be.
Have another re-roll. Don't forget you can synergize.
Oh, shit.
Okay. Well, there's 2 more tokens available to you. Or you can just let yourself
Go
slip.
one more.
One more. Okay.
And I'll synergize with toughness, can I do that?
Yes, you can synergize with toughness and just use your heroic librarian strength gained from sitting at a desk for years.
Lifting all those books, isn't it?
Oh, it's very heavy labour.
Hey.
Clearly, yeah, it has given you a certain wiry, steely determination. And you know, I mean, you find a bit of the rope that isn't just filthy with muck and start sort of like climbing down it. And and you can get down to the water's edge without having to undergo the Olympic diving contest that everyone else is doing. It takes you a bit longer, but you get down safely. Now, Jabir.
Yeah. I'm gonna put Bug in my bag
Yeah.
safely, and oh fuck! No matter what I choose, this is gonna go poorly.
Oh, there's a token there.
I'm gonna hold the bag very tightly to my chest and jump.
Oh,
Oh god, this is gonna cause a fucking tidal wave, isn't it?
so sort of do a bit of a running jump.
Yeah.
Brilliant, yeah. Yes, hadn't anticipated this option. Jump, and I mean it's hard.
Bouncing bomb.
It's still hard, but do synergize something. Athletics, maybe. Jumping is an athletics test, is it, or is it a skill on its own? I don't know.
So am I swimming to the edge still?
Sure.
Unaware
Yeah,
of
there isn't a
Kabir's
swim
actions.
skill.
Yeah.
or
No, there isn't.
jumping.
Athletics is what we use for any form of
Yeah.
heroic activity, but just bear in mind, because I'm waiting for Jabir's test. How you
Yeah,
doing,
sorry.
Jabir?
I have to read a sec.
Reading?
I'll do, yeah, toughness again,
Yeah, I think that's sensible.
and let's hope I don't squish someone. Fuck yes!
Go on. Well
No.
done.
Very nice indeed. Okay, yes, so, I mean, you basically lean into the whole situation, and there's probably a bit of tumbling, as you sort of like jump through. Jabir has a slightly higher trajectory and comes crashing out of the canopy as, as Ragrut, you've just been deposited on the side of this watercourse, and as you are, coming to the surface, Shagbok, you can see this massive troll cannonball coming in your direction. Now, I'm sure it'll be fine, but I would like you now, Jabir, to make another athletics test, but this is going to be standard because of your resounding success from earlier. Synergize what you want. As long as you don't crit fail, everyone will be cushy. Those have never been curse words, ever. There we go. You
do
see,
toughness again.
Hey,
Yes.
that's
nice.
beautiful.
You hit, I mean, it is. There's a tsunami. Water goes everywhere. There's probably a minor sonic boom goes off. You do take 1d10 plus 1, but I don't think it's going to get anywhere near your damage threshold. What is your damage threshold? Oh.
It won't touch me.
No,
at
it won't. No, I won't bother. So you hit with a mild sonic boom. There's some disturbance in the brush around you, close to the water's edge, as half a dozen small creatures are panicked and leg it. And Shagbok, you've just reached the surface when there's a massive wave, sort of like smacks you in the back of the head, and sort of like washes past you, and you emerge probably like James Bond in that sequence from the water, dripping, thoroughly wetted by the environment, and eventually everyone can stand on the shore as Charles strolls up, hardly a speck of dirt on him, no mud really, not wet at all. Everyone else, or the rest of the denizens, are just standing there dripping.
Alright, just to do that, Bug is going to shake off all over Charles.
And the status quo is preserved.
What the hell?
But that was fun, wasn't it?
Mm.
We have a cup of tea now.
I was going to say,
Bloody delight.
let's
Not Rugrat.
let's have a real cup of tea and hit Discord with a hammer.
Okay. Right, I'm gonna run off, get my cuppa.
Yeah,
Excellent.
see you in a minute.
See you in 5. Everybody feel free to say words.
Words.
Everybody talk to each other and say words, words.
Words.
Peas and
yeah.
carrots,
Words.
peas and carrots.
Words.
Words.
Cauliflower cheese.
Word.
I like
Cauliflower
cauliflower
cheese, mashed potato.
Oh, right. Cup of tea is in hand. And so you find yourself here, clearly in the edge of the swamp. Now, Charles, you look out and you start to recognize where you are. This is an area that has been partially deforested. And you recall that for a time there were some woodsmen not too far away from Sarn Goriwing who had started to encroach into the territory, and the Liche-King, when this was reported to him, said something along the lines of, in between dropping in and out as he is wont to do, that he simply said not to be concerned about these woodsmen, that they would be dealt with, and no one really had a clue what he meant by that. He didn't send out any orcs or Uruk or anything to take care of them and bat them away. So you find yourself here in this partially deforested sort of like area of swamp, on the lookout for Alan. Now Alan may have come down in this area or close to. You're not sure. There's the sort of still a light drizzle. The going is pretty hard going now, mainly because of mud and swamp. You can see the stumps of trees and sort of large bodies of water here and there, and where there isn't water it's all boggy, muddy swamp, reeds and still some bushes and trees. What would you all like to do?
I'll tell them of the possible woodsman, and that the Lich perhaps has got rid of them. So hopefully they're not about, but keep your eye out for nasty humans.
I'm not bothered about woodsmen. I guess
Yeah,
I'll
where's this-
start
where's this
walking
rude boy.
on
Where is he?
around.
Can we call him?
I'll just...
Call his name.
Alan! Are we going to assume that he's actually died? Is there any way that we would have, thought he would have survived from that? Like, if it was us, do we think that we'd be dead? Or do we think that we'd just be very badly injured?
Probably very badly injured at worst.
Alright. At worst, okay.
Well,
I'm going to see him
yeah.
in every other tree.
okay. Uruk, you start
Well,
stomping through the mud there.
yeah, I'm just shouting, Alan! 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 Alan!
Alan.
We might as well all start shouting, Alan, Alan, Alan.
And your voices are just, sort of echoing, through the mist as you sort of like stomp around. And you can see there are these walkways. There's a little island over there, and there is the remains of an encampment. You can see, a sort of half fallen in tent the remains of an old fire. Doesn't look like much activity has been ongoing here in the last 3-4 days, maybe. It's all starting to sort of sag under the weight of the weather and the rain, and looks deserted.
There's no signs of any, like, there might be people in the tents or anything.
No, it's all eerily quiet and empty.
Okay. I'm gonna then carefully pick my way across this dodgy looking bridge to have a look in this tent, see if there's any evidence.
If you would be so kind as to go back about 2 hexes and make an awareness test, I'll be obliged.
Awareness. I'm going to synergize my scrutinize to look around where I'm going.
Yeah.
No, I'm oblivious.
Okay, now I didn't get a chance to put the
I'll do
tokens
it.
on. I don't think.
I didn't get a chance to tell you. I'm going to use one of my pricing tokens.
That's fine.
Try a reroll.
I'm just going to put these on so they're there. You do your reroll.
Oh, oof. Like 2 points.
Ooh, a success. Can you give me a degrees of success, please?
9.
Okay. Now you won't have seen that roll, but you probably heard it maybe.
No, I didn't know.
But whatever it was that definitely wasn't doing any stealthiness managed a 4 plus 4, 8. Oh!
My 9.
Yeah. So you win. And so as you are stepping over and heading over towards this tent, this little encampment, what you see just momentarily bobbing to the surface is, well, this.
What's it? Look at that. Oh, it's like that big freaking octopus dude. Yes.
There is a watcher in the lake sort of creature. Its eyes, are fixed on you as it surfaces momentarily, and there are these tentacles, and they're sort of snaking under the water and some sort of like arching out. There's at least a dozen of them or so. It's a bit hard to keep a track of, and its big black baleful eyes are on you, Utarigna, as it sort of bobs to the surface. What would you like to do?
Does it look sentient, like, not just like, if it was a crocodile, fair enough, but does it have a look in its eyes of, like, understanding, intelligence?
This would be either a sort of, this is a kind of this could be a folklore test. It's a kind of insight sort of like test as well. So whatever skill you think appropriate here, pitch it to me.
I will, and I'll say to it, maybe Master Laglin has put you here to get rid of the woodsman. We are on his side. We're working for him. We're looking for Alan. And see if that gives me any kind of
reaction.
Right, somebody use, what did you say, folklore?
Yeah, folklore.
Or you scrutinise to insight, right?
Yes, you can. So scrutinise, synergise with folklore would be a combination here, I think.
Yeah. I'll do that. Standard?
Standard, yeah.
Standard, did you say?
Yes, standard. Sorry, I did say standard. It probably doesn't come through.
Give it a minute.
Sure.
There we go. Oh, there we go. Beautiful.
I can't see nothing.
Crit success I got.
I can't see that. Oh.
Oh, there it
okay.
is.
Give it a minute.
Cool, bloody hell.
Took a little while.
Wow, awesome. Okay, so you address the creature in the marshes, and with that success, you determine that it very much is consciously aware of you. Not only that, but it understands what you are saying.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, you have become somehow the David Attenborough of marsh creature monsters.
You know,
Yeah.
take it.
You do notice that its many long tentacles are kind of writhing around, almost sort of like independently, and at least 3 of them are underneath the water and underneath the bridge and coming along the other side. It seems to have an enormous natural range, like long reach. But it's not doing anything threatening with them right now, but 3 of them are underneath the bridge at least, and it occurs to you that if it wished to, it could just rip the whole bridge out from underneath you, or snake them around and pull at you. And we play the game of bop in and out of Discord again. Well, whilst they pop in and out of Discord, oh, there we go. Love this game.
I did.
What was the last thing you heard before you had a little blip out?
You do.
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
I heard you do.
You do notice that 3 tentacles are snaking underneath the water and underneath the bridge that you're on, and could easily, if they wished to, pull the whole bridge down or attack you from behind. They're that long, but it doesn't seem to be making any overtly threatening moves right now. It's just observing you with these big, black, globular eyes and this maw. And these...
I think that because I've name dropped Laglin, that I've explained myself, and I don't need to worry about this fella.
Those are thoughts that you have. I can neither confirm or deny how accurate they are.
So then I will. Well, what I do is I shout back to everyone, "Hey, don't attack this fellow here.
Okay.
He's on our side," and I will carry on going across the bridge to where the tent is.
Yeah. One tentacle snakes after you and is following you. Just behind, your head, really. As you carry on over. Again, it has not made a threatening move unless you consider being stalked by a tentacle threatening.
No, I consider not being immediately murdered by a tentacle quite a positive sign so far.
Okay. Let's switch, just give a little spotlight to Shagbok, Jabir, Bug, Charles Dickens and Magrut. What would you like to be doing? What are you doing, Shagbok, first of all? Because you're closest there.
Following my brother. Just gonna follow my brother.
Yeah. You see this large entity, what you can see of it above the water, and it orients as you come over, its head body turns and 2 tentacles, just snake under the water over in your direction as you approach.
Yeah. I don't think I'm going to cross the bridge. I will keep a watch on it.
I mean,
But I
calling
do
it...
want to have a look around, see if I can see any sort of don't know, footprints of Alan, anything like that.
Brilliant. So, I mean, a scrutinise test, synergised with
Awareness.
awareness is fine. Yeah, sort of keeping half an eyeball on the creature as it sort of slops around in the depths of the water.
Standard or
Actually, routine, because there's a lot of mud around, and that probably will make seeing a track a bit easier.
fuck's sake.
Well, I don't know.
For
Throw
fuck's
the
sake.
throw the orc a bone. What happens?
Durango, you keep treading in all the bloody clues.
Excuses all the time, brother.
So you're casting around, having a look as you walk up. Now, Jabir and Bug, you're a little way behind. What would you like
I'm
to do?
gonna head up this way to see if I can find anything on the woodsman or Alan.
I'll accept a scrutinise and awareness, or something along those lines. Scrutinise and survival. Or the other way around, whatever you prefer, really. And you can do
I'll
it.
do a survival.
Yep. Do it.
Synergized. Is that standard or?
Routine. Yeah. Bit of a bonus because you've got a rich territory for tracks. Nice. Okay. So, some things you immediately sort of like note are, there are these drag trails. These look like drag trails. Quite what of, you're not sure. There is also a sort of hand cart here in the mud, and the tracks of it, leading off. You can probably just dimly see them on the map there, and you can see that there are that there are other trails, paths, sort of like through the mud that haven't been entirely washed away by the foul weather. So clearly, this settlement was active until not so long ago, just sort of like in the order of days, a handful of days perhaps, you guesstimate. You're not seeing in this area that you are in right now any sign of Alan, however, but you are certainly seeing sign of these drag trails, these wagon ruts, the cart ruts in particular. There's quite a sizable amount of come on, Nick, sizable amount of sort of like spoil and dirt piled up here, and still some piles of logs that have just, that are absolutely sodden now. I mean, useless really. They'd have to be dried out before you could do anything useful with them. If you chuck them on a fire, they'd spit like Billio and probably be warped. But no sign of Alan as of yet.
Okie dokie. And I'll leave it there for a sec.
Okay, so Charles Dickens, there you are, at the back there with Ragrut.
So I'll head down here and see if I can find any signs of Alan.
Signs of Alan, yep. I mean, you have been calling
well.
out, so unless he's deaf as a post, you would have thought he would have heard you, because there was a lot of noise made that seemed to attract the attention, if of nothing else than the creature in the marsh. But yes, I mean, if what do you want to do? Do you want to be sort of scrutinising the territory, looking carefully, or listening, or what? How do you want to proceed?
Shall I listen out for him?
All right, so
fun.
yeah, eavesdrop then. I mean, you can synergise, scrutinise to keep half an eye out, but mainly be listening.
Okay.
Yeah, go for it, and do that at routine. Now that everyone stopped shouting.
Routine.
Mm,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit easier.
And synergize.
Oh, success. Okay. Yeah. So, I mean, what you're hearing amongst the background noise through the ambience of, the drizzle, the rain splattering into the water, and the odd, the sound of the grasses and the reeds and so forth, and your compatriots' footfalls and other noises that they make. With that success, just faintly, you hear a sound coming from over in this direction. If you can see my pointer there.
Yeah.
Somewhere over there. Just a sound, a sort of muffled yelp of distress. Can't see
I
anything.
felt to the others. I might have found him. I might have heard him down there by the other camp.
Ragrut comes scuttling over
Okay.
and follows you.
Scuttle, 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 scuttle. And Ragnarok, would you like to do any kind of investigation, scrutinise, eavesdrop, dancing?
Dancing.
I don't know.
I'll have a listen too. See if I can hear him.
Yeah.
Why not? See if I can get a.
So the others
roll
to
that
shift.
isn't faster. Yes. Rest of you, shut
And
up.
you will use that as help. You can do a D10.
Okay.
Giles, yeah.
Yeah, you do a D10 then. See what my. Oh, I got a success.
You did get a success, and you can still roll a D10, Charles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, don't ever stop just because they're successful. You never know, you might improve their success. If it comes to degrees of success, there's sometimes it's an advantage to have a slightly higher number. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite a muffled sound, but definitely you pick up on what Charles was going on about. And you think it's coming from inside this tent here.
Would I hear it from where I am? Surely.
I think
What
he's in that
you
tent.
rolled? You were focused more on scrutinising, and looking around you for tracks. So no, you haven't heard it unless you deliberately make an eavesdrops roll, which you can do if you wish.
I'll have a go. But
You have a go, and then we'll see what Regno wishes to do.
Yeah, if I can see if I can hear that as well, or I can at least hear Ragrut saying it's coming from over there.
He's in that tent, I think.
There you go. Yeah, Shagbot, you're starting to pick up on it. Sort of a muffled. You recognise, you've heard orcs and goblins whimpering for a lot of your life, so you recognise it.
I'm going to take the easier route and go up with Ragnarok. I'll go around that.
So I've heard Ragrut saying he's over in this tent.
Indeed.
So can I just walk over here?
You can indeed, yes. As you do so, you notice that the creature sort of,
Big fella.
yeah, he kind of like follows along.
I'm chatting away to him like we're pals. Oh, is Alan in here, do you think? How long have you known Lagwin? We've only known him a few days. We work for him now. Chat away to this dude.
And, he makes no sound, there's no chatting going on for this creature, but, there is a twinkle in his eye if you glance back at him, and his tentacles are sort of, they snake around curiously around bits of the shrubbery and bushes and things and push their way around as it sort of propels itself through the water. And you get closer to this tent, and
Should we all head round there too?
yeah, absolutely, all come round. Yeah, cluster together. That's ideal. Yeah, just try and get yourself in about a blast template shape, please.
Bible range.
Yeah. Nice. As you
So
trudge
now I'm
around.
right near the tent thing. Do I hear the racket in there?
Now that you're closer, you do hear the sounds of a distressed rude boy.
I just like fling the tent remains off him or whatever.
Yes, and this tent is, it is a natural wood construction bound with sinew and sort of like leather, and it's stretched sort of like hide. It's not difficult to, if you wanted to sort of like physically haul it off or just push the flap open, whichever you like.
Yeah, I'll fling it off.
You do so. And Alan, who has got a extremely bad looking right leg fracture, is, just in the mud, drenched, half starved, exhausted, desperate looking, is clutching his leg, which appears to be set at a very unusual angle. It's not right. Looks up at you in a considerable amount of pain and distress. And
I'll go over to him because he probably knows me and be less fearful.
yeah, I mean, he's met Utarigna
Say,
before, seconds
Alan.
before he persuaded him to get into a catapult.
Good job there, Alan. Well done.
I think Magrat better look at that leg. Can we have a look
Well,
at your leg?
did Laglin specify that just to bring him back if he was dead, or?
He said, "Go find him." Well, I believe his words. Go get him.
Yeah. Basically, go get him. If he's dead, well, fuck.
Yeah.
Well, if he were dead, he'd just like resurrect him, right? He's like a necromancer. I think if the Watcher fella wasn't there, I would just kill him. But I'm aware that he might grass us.
Don't damage
So,
the ammunition. Come on.
Fine. I'll help Ragrot do a heal. If we can heal him up at all.
Yeah, I'll synergize.
How do we do it? Do we just do a heal?
This is an injury. So when you heal an injury, you need to do a healing test, of course. You're healing an injury, and it is a serious injury. So you're doing treat injury. It's one serious injury. It's at standard, and it means he will begin recuperation if you're successful.
Oh, nice.
Right, yeah. So, this doesn't happen in an instant. There's an awful lot of Alan wailing. There's an uncomfortable moment of distracting him and setting his bones,
I just
I've
hold
got
his mouth
some-
shut.
I've got
Wow.
some laudanum.
That would
Yeah,
help.
okay.
That
Feeding
would
him.
help.
I'll stand on his chest. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
It's a
give him some laudanum.
laudanum. No.
Yeah, doesn't that make him go to sleep?
It certainly would deaden the pain and perhaps send him to sleep, from what I remember. Have a quick look at what it does. Once imbibed, you can move one step up the damage condition track positively. That will help him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that helps with the pain.
Right. Okay.
And he starts his recuperation, which is 1d10 plus 1 days, I think. Just check it because it depends on the level. Treat injury, moderate. Moderate is 1d10 plus 1 days. Yeah. Great. Okay, so 11 days of limping about. He's going to need a plaster cast. He's going to need crutches. He's going to really slow you down very badly.
And Jabir just fireman's left him over his shoulder. He's only small.
We did
Right?
cut the leg off. There's a cart up here.
That's not going to make him quicker.
We drag it.
All the
Can
time.
you just carry him to beer?
I'll look over at the rude boy. Threaten my dog again, and I will snap your neck.
Oh, I didn't
You're
it wasn't me. I only looked at him. I'm grateful and everything. I won't go anywhere near him. I promise. I'll help. Whatever you need.
I will throw him over my shoulder then, once his leg is somewhat set.
He passes out from the pain as you chuck him over his shoulder. All this time, probably Shagbok, you would observe as you've stood a little way apart. You've seen that the creature in the marsh has just been observing you all with questing tentacles, sort of pushing aside the brush so that it could see better. And then it sinks slowly back into the water. The tentacles sort of like recede.
Nice.
You've got Alan over your shoulder.
Creature's gone back into the water, brother. That creature.
Oh, no problem. He's on our side.
What's his name?
Mr. Tentacles.
Oh dear.
What? Just put a turn order up. What's going on?
Just come on.
Oh, not for any reason.
Paranoid at all.
Not for any reason. I was just playing around, whilst you were doing your bits. There you go. See, look, I've put it away again. Nothing to worry about.
We just sift through the remains of that tent, see there's nothing in it.
And you would find some things. You would find, remnants of Manish settlement here. So there's broken pottery. There's probably a burlap bag. There's the remains of a bedroll. All a bit sort of downtrodden and filthy with muck, but a few items might be salvageable.
Yeah, just turf everything out, tip everything out, and
Yeah.
throw it around.
See what those. It's mostly sort of somewhat spoiled equipment and living gear, really.
Is there anything in the other tent as well?
Well, that's a very good question, but I guess if you wanted to potter over there, Charles, and have a look and walk over the wibbledy-wobbledy
Yes.
walkway and head
I'll
over
give
to
it a
the
go.
island. Yeah, go and I'll pop over as people are turfing out.
Turn order.
What? Turn on? No, it's amazing. What? What turn on? What are you on about? No reason. Charles, as you head over, can I ask you to please, for the sake of curiosity, make an awareness roll and feel free to scrutinise, or use any other skill you want to synergise that makes sense to you.
So
You're right there. Need your hand with anything?
was it awareness? Did you say?
Yes, please. An awareness, and you can synergise any other skill that makes sense, like scrutinise to keep an eye out, or
Yeah,
eavesdrop,
scrutinise.
if you want to listen out for things. Or...
Yeah, go with eavesdrop. Why not?
Yeah, why not?
So it's standard.
It is standard. Yeah. Excellent. And I need...
Success.
This is opposed. So we want to calculate degrees of success here.
There's something else in this forest, I think.
So we're going to take...
Pip saying that.
Yeah. We're going to take the 5 that you rolled from 56. And awareness is a skill that comes from some attribute, I can't remember. If anyone's got the character sheet open, can tell me, that would be handy.
What do you want?
Which attribute is
Perception.
awareness? Thank you very
Awareness.
much. Yeah. So you're going to add your perception bonus to 5 to calculate your degrees of success, as it's being opposed by something that doesn't want to be seen.
Where do I find the perception bonus?
So in the main part of your character sheet, in the primary attributes, next to where you just rolled the skill, it would be under perception.
The PB bit.
Yep, PB, that's the one. Perception, no bonus. So 7 altogether.
7 is my bonus.
Okie dokie, and that's opposed by 1. And damn it, you rolled very low. Not good enough. And 4 is 5. Okay, so you have the edge. Yes, so you just hear. It's what you hear that draws your attention to this. You glance back because you hear behind you, and then see a cheeky tentacle coming out from underneath the water and heading towards your ankle at quite a rapid rate. Now,
Oh,
the surprise has been lost, and for no reason, I'm putting us back on the turn order.
maybe he's not our friend.
Roll initiative.
Run!
I've pre-rolled the Marsh Dweller. Yes, so in the combat section, there's an initiative button.
Combat section.
Yeah.
You've got to click on your token first, though, haven't you?
Yeah.
Click on your token and then roll your initiative.
In the character sheet, yeah?
Yeah.
If you can find it, which I can't. Oh, there it is.
It's under combat.
Is that for bug?
Yeah, just working on it.
Cool, man.
Initiative.
Yes, mate.
Yeah. You just click the word.
Yeah, it's in the combat
So it's in,
combat page.
What page? On the right hand side.
Yeah.
oh, not
Down a bit. Yeah.
further down.
Yeah, sort of next to encumbrance, above dodge, underneath the shield section.
Probably the wrong bit.
That's all right.
I was thinking combat down in the other bit.
No, fair enough. It's the combat page.
Initiative.
That's the fella.
And where's the roll bit?
You just
I'm
it's the
gonna
word
use
initiative.
Token
Word.
on mine to get a better. Well,
Oh, and the actual
to
word.
re-roll
Yeah,
my
click the word
initiative.
initiative and it'll do it for you. Wow, 20! Bloody hell, that was worth the wait.
Wow.
Right.
Gosh. Quick.
You are quick.
Is that good?
Bloody hell, yeah, the higher the better, and you beat the Marsh Dweller, whom I pre-rolled at a 16 and felt quite smug about. No, I'm not so smug. You were going to re-roll initiative where you were to Rigna?
Yeah.
You're coming in and out of roll 20 almost as fast as Discord.
Mm.
Yeah, if you want
Well,
to spend a
give it a
token
minute.
to have another go
Yeah,
when you get a minute.
yeah, I've done that. Just give it a minute to.
Come through.
roll it.
14.
Oh, 14.
Nice. Okay, I'll reorder it. Boop. There we go. So then you see this tentacle snaking underneath, and it's heading, snaking for your ankle, you know, in a playful, going to trip you up kind of way. What would you like to do, Charles? You have 3 action points at your disposal.
Can I get back to the others?
Yes. Now, what you could try and do is, you've got quite a few options. If you just run away from a creature, there's the risk that it gets to attack you as a reaction, as a sort of opportunity attack. One thing that you can try and do is, what's it called? It's like a withdraw maneuver.
Maneuver.
No, hold is just a stop, but withdraw.
Maneuver, isn't it?
Maneuver. Yeah, you maneuver
Just
out
in
of the
case.
engagement to avoid all opportunity attacks. It costs you 2 action points. It gives you 1 left. With that 1, you could then hustle, which would give you movement. So basically, you back away, avoiding all the tentacles as best you can, and then you can leg it over the bridge.
That sounds perfect.
Yeah,
I think I'm exposed on my own there.
you are a little bit.
So, do I have to roll anything, or is that just...
No, you just spend your action points and you maneuver 1 hex, and then you can hustle over the bridge.
So I'll end up down here.
Yep, that's about right.
How far can he go?
So that's 1 lot of movement, so it depends on what Charles's movement is, which is on the combat section of his sheet.
Okay.
Because you might want to get a bit further away than that, because that's still by the water, isn't it?
Yeah, by the water! Keep away from the water.
Combat, yeah?
Yeah, so your movement is 7. So that's 7 hexes of movement you can do in a hustle. 1, 2,
how far?
3, 4, 5, 6.
Right.
You could get to about here if you wanted to, or sort of like to here. You've got about another 3 hexes of movement, I guesstimate.
Oh, well, I'll move him round here.
Yeah,
Does that seem fair?
that seems good. Excellent. So you evade the tentacle sort of like nimbly and then scamper across the bridge. And it's the marsh dweller's turn. It rises up out of the water so you can see it properly. I only put him back on the page so you can see him in the turn order. Creepy enough as he is. And he will use his flailing tentacles. The creature can attack up to 9 foes with 1 attack action.
Oh God!
He's able to strike foes up to 9 yards away.
How many hexes is that?
Well, 2 yards a hex, so everyone's measuring.
And what's he got? 9 yards.
9 yards.
Oh,
yeah.
I'll
You're
put
out of
myself
range.
down.
Jabir. He can get Jabir and me, and is that Bug? Oh no, it's Alan. Get me Jabir and Alan.
Great. Yeah.
Poor Alan.
All right. So he spent.
Oh, isn't Alan over Jabir's? Oh no, we're shoot him off, aren't we?
He's on.
Over Jabir's shoulder.
He was on Jabir's shoulder, so Jabir's carrying him at the moment. So I'm just going to have these, these tentacles go snaking out and attempt to grab Jabir and Utarigna simultaneously. Everyone else is out of range. Go away, Nick Cone, pain in the neck. Flailing tentacles, flailing tentacles. There we go. And he's doing it. He's doing it as a grapple. I think. So he's just grabbing you all.
Okay, but we can parry because we've got reaction points.
You can, because you've got action points for a reaction, so you can attempt
Okay.
to fend him
I'm gonna
off.
parry.
Mhm.
I've got plus 10 because I've got a shield.
Yup.
Um,
I'll just check out powerful because it's an interesting word.
mm,
Yeah, I'll hold off on parry.
How do we get on?
Yeah, success for me.
A successful parry. So you're able to... Or describe to me how you fend off this tentacle as it tries to wrap itself around your mid-quarters.
Yeah, I bat it with a shield. I'm like, how dare you? You went for Laglin.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so
Don't make us angry.
Yeah.
You wouldn't like us when we're angry.
Oh, you go green. Oh, hang on a minute. That's a bit racist for orcs and goblins, isn't it? Oh, dear. Yes, you bash it away and hold it at bay. And then, yeah, well, Jabir, I mean, how do you want to defend yourself? Are you going to try and parry?
Parry with Alan.
Slightly hard.
Parry with Alan.
Parry
Yeah.
with Alan. Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Oh,
Ah.
He's an improvised defensive weapon. Is Alan?
does it count as a shield? Oh, it won't matter, will it?
So
Not really.
that's even with my 7 bucklers strapped to my arm.
Yeah.
Now, hang on a minute. There
It's
is...
a grapple, Alan.
Yeah. Yeah. There is a token in the pool, if you want it.
What,
know
so
what?
that you can have all of them? Hmm.
I'm gonna hold off on that.
You have 2 personal ones as well.
Yeah,
I'm just
I'm still gonna hold off on it. Just for a moment.
fair enough. In which case, you are grabbed, and it wraps around you, and it does no immediate damage, but because of the powerful condition, which I've momentarily lost in a sea of windows.
Powerful is you make a toughness test
Yes.
or be shoved out of the engagement.
Yep. So can you make a toughness
So-
test?
But if you fail it, can you choose to fail it? If you want to.
I suppose you
just
could.
get shoved away then.
You do. What would you like to do?
You know what? Because of what I am, I want to remain where I am. So let's do a toughness.
Fair enough. So you plant your feet in the muck.
Yep.
Go on.
And it
No.
doesn't push you back. So what it was doing was sort of like grabbing at you and trying to, sort of like force you further away from it and from the water, you perceive. But, there's basically a sort of push-me-pull-you going on, a standoff between you and the marsh creature, and you remain exactly where you are. Nevertheless, you are grappled. So that's 1 action point spent by the creature. It did declare that it was doing multi-actions, so it simply brings 2 other tentacles out of the water and sort of like holds it around itself, sort of like defensively, and it eyeballs the lot of you, eyeballs you strongly, Utarigna, because you made this proclamation of not wanting to be made angry, and its maw comes out and there's a sort of gurgling noise emits. And it holds those 2 action points for reactions. And that brings us to your turn, Utarigna. What would you like to do?
I'm going to just do an intimidate test and say like, put my friend down. We don't want to kill you because we're on the same side, but if we have to, we will. Put him down. And do intimidate. Synergize my toughness.
Go for it.
I'm so tough.
You're so tough.
Give it a minute.
Yep. Sounds like it isn't good, whatever it is that's coming through.
I don't know. I can't see.
Oh,
There we go. 27.
I can't see either.
So
Oh, there it is.
It's there now. Yeah.
So intimidate, in this case, that's an opposed roll, is it?
Yep.
Alrighty. Intimidation. and it's a resolve test on its part for its resistance, is it? When it's intimidated? Oh, you've frozen. Oh, the sadness. Sure.
13 degrees of
Oh, you're
success.
back. It's a
Yeah,
resolve
I'm back,
test.
Maybe.
Is it?
Yeah.
To resist?
Yeah, it's a resolve. Yeah.
Okie
yeah.
dokie, I'll do a resolve test. Now, better turn on advanced rolls. Okay. As it has flipped to succeed. Standard?
Yeah, it's always standard if it's post.
Yeah, just checking.
Haha. Okay, so you can keep 3.
It'll keep 3, and then that's will, which is 4. So it manages a 7
Brilliant. To my 13.
to your 13. So it is intimidated.
So it takes 10.
Look.
Suspense.
Oh, it's
Alright,
the roll.
rolling it. Just taking it.
It's a new
Holy
level of
shit, okay. 1 + 1, 2 mental peril.
Okay, well, its peril threshold is more than that. So it
More
is-
than 2, sure.
It is more than 2.
Okay, so he doesn't take the damage, but he can attack
Attack you without another resist.
me.
Yeah.
He can't attack me until he passes a resolve test.
Okie dokie. Yep.
We harm him.
Unless you harm him. Right, okay. Bear that in
Not
mind.
that any of us harm him. And then I'll save my other 2 action points.
For reactions. Yeah, and how does this intimidation, I mean, you were warning him off, but how would
Yeah.
we see you being intimidating towards this marsh dweller?
I can't actually move for a hustle, but I'd kind of like push Jabir slightly behind me so that I was protecting him, even
Yeah.
though he's got his wraps and tentacles and he's massive.
Yeah.
Puff my chest out, you know what I mean?
Ferocious
Show him my
Uruk
pretty
display.
face.
Show him, yes. Beautiful split face.
May even beat my chest like a gorilla.
Oh dear, that's
Yeah.
quite painful. So,
Don't do it.
any other action points you want to use, or are you going to hold them?
No, I'm going to save them 2 action points.
Right. So Jabir, then, you currently have a tentacle wrapped around you, and Utarigna has made this proclamation, and you do see the eyes of the creature blink in consternation.
If he needs it, I'll give him an assist with his.
Yeah, you can use an action point to help with a reaction.
No matter what, I've got a hurt dip. Fuck.
There we go. It's okay, and I'll use my. I'll use my. Toughness.
Excellent.
To try to go off how good we are. 70. No better. Shit, sorry mate.
You've got 2 action points though in the bank.
Yeah, that's fine. I've still got that to go off as well.
Excellent. So you are now intermediate, so you provoke fear rather than stress. So it has to make another resistance. It does a resolve test, and it flips to success, flips to succeed. Yeah. It withstands, it just keeps blinking its eyes at you.
Amazing. Right. While I am grappled, does that mean I can't make attacks? Or does that just mean that I can't move?
Oh no, you can certainly make attacks. Try and remind myself of this condition. Because he's got effectively a chokehold on you. So you chokehold effect when engaged with a foe. They are choked. While choked, your foe immediately suffers peril. I didn't imply that, but never mind. It didn't actually want to it didn't want to damage you anyway, so I just sort of like dropped that. It's just sort of like holding on to you in a loving embrace.
Do you get a free resist at the beginning of your turn, like usually with these things?
Your choked foe cannot use any actions in combat, it says, except to resist your chokehold.
Yeah, so you get a free resist at the beginning of your turn usually.
Yeah. And it's a physical resist, so you would use your toughness to resist, I believe.
God damn it.
No, it just sort of tightens its grip a
assist
bit.
him again.
Use your second action point to help.
With my other action point.
Reaching over maybe to get a bit of purchase.
Yeah. I can see him trying to pull out of it, so
Yeah.
lean over and try to... There we go. 18.
18. So that's successful.
Nice.
So between you are able to disentangle yourself from the tentacle. It sort of like slips away. It's still there near you, but it's no longer wrapped around you. So you are free. And I believe that's you done.
No, that's a free test at the beginning, so he's still got 2 action points.
Well, that's a take.
Haven't done anything yet.
When engaged with a foe, make an effort little. Costs 2 action points. If you're choked.
Yeah, you get a free resist at the beginning of your turn, and if you don't resist, you can't do anything.
Yeah. Give me a second to read it, if you don't mind. Appreciate that. Coaching. Your choke foe cannot use any actions in combat except to resist your chokehold. Is what it says. My interpretation of that
at the beginning
is,
of your turn.
and that's all you can do. So one take is that you get your resist, you may succeed or fail, and then your turn is over. Another take is that you would succeed or fail in your resist. If you succeed, then you could take your actions. It's a bit unclear. Let's say you got your 2 action points because it's a bit more fun than not doing nothing.
Alrighty, well, considering we're fighting calamari, and I have a fucking trident, I'ma fucking hit it with a trident.
Okay, that definitely puts a stance on this interaction.
Tried to choke me out, I'm gonna fucking smack it.
It gave you a cuddle. Yeah, I don't think you got any harm, but you know, trolls will do as trolls will do. Oh no, we've lost Utopic
Trolls are violent.
Yes, you are quite violent. Yeah, feel free to fling a trident at him. Got 2 action points to go. Oh, you're back.
Lovely.
Fling!
Success.
That is a success. So you're flinging it. Now, that's a simple melee skill. Where you wanted to stab a tentacle, if you want to thrown it, it would have to be a simple range skill, right?
Yeah, I'm happy to just stab it.
You could just stab it. Yeah, okay, just to sort of like fend off the tentacle. Otherwise, if you wanted to re-roll, I'm happy for that. So that's 13 points of damage, unless it can do something to evade. Now, what I forgot to do at the beginning of this creature's turn was to roll for this, but I shall do it now, because fair's fair. It has to do a herp derp.
Yes.
But it does flip
the
to
only
succeed in its test, so you know. Okay, so it has got all its action points.
Fucker.
As 83 becomes 38. Now you're stabbing at it, so it can attempt to parry. Do 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 do. It's not fast. Oh, there you go. All right, so you stab at it with the old trident. It wraps its tentacle around it and sort of like pulls it off course a bit, and then that sort of like unwraps it. So it manages to sort of spare itself from being stabbed, and it blinks at you a couple of times in annoyance. I believe you've got another action point though.
I do, but I didn't specify split attack, so I'll keep a hold of that one for me.
You can still
A
move.
reaction just in case I need it.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Okay, Ragrut, you're up. I can't hear you. There you are.
Go,
You're in.
if I go to try and drag Alan out of the way, does that puts me in the range of the beastie, doesn't it? And it might get me.
If you get there next to Charles, you won't
Yeah.
reach that.
Have you
I
stomped
just spent
through
all
into
that
the tent?
time- I just spent all that time fixing his leg. I don't want him to get whipped away by a tent.
I think if you go in
Right.
through the tent, as Utarigna suggests very wisely, then
Right
you could,
here.
yeah, then you could just about keep
Grab
out of
his
range.
leg.
Yeah. Grab it. Well, not the injured
Not his
one,
bad leg.
not the other one. Yeah. And Alan's going
And drag him over.
like a girl.
So he's only small, isn't he?
Yeah,
So-
he is. Yeah. So you pull
right,
him
so I'll
away.
drag him over to there
All
by
right,
me. So
yeah.
how many action points is that?
A bit. Let's make it one hustle.
Okay. And how many points is hustle?
One action point.
One action point, okay.
Yeah.
Because I've got an extra action point, haven't I? Which I must remember.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, it's one of my
A new talent.
talents.
Ooh. Ooh.
Footage.
Is it an action point that you use for reactions by any chance? I think it is.
I think it is, yeah,
Hmm.
actually. I'm just trying to find it now. Yeah, lightning reaction.
Excellent.
Extra AP for dodge or parry.
Nice. So you drag him through the muck, you know, and Alan is sort of like holding onto his broken leg as you pull him along by his other foot, and he's making a nice skid trail through the muck, and is whimpering the whole way as you lump and bump, you know. But you know, compared to being next to that thing and that conflict, he's better off. But he is crying and going in and out of consciousness.
So I'll just give him some more laudanum.
I think you.
Shut him up.
I
Getting on my
I
nerves.
think you might overdose him. I think you can only use one in 24 hours, but
Oh, can I?
yeah.
I've got some other stuff. Hold on.
Meanwhile, Shagbok, you're on
have-
deck, so get ready.
Laudanum. Black Lotus. What does that do?
Not a clue. You would know though.
Let me look it up.
Black Lotus. It is a powerful opiate. When affected by one dose, add 10% to willpower for 3 hours. Yeah, it will give him moderate hallucinations and make his willpower tougher, which will mean that he can resist peril and damage. Resist peril easier. You know, could be helpful.
Okay. And I've also got Mandrake root.
That's a poison, I think.
I think so. Mandrake root.
Yeah, Mandrake root. Badoo. Adds +1 to peril threshold for an hour, so that makes him less
Yeah.
frightened. So
Oh.
Both of the things are potentially useful if you want to stuff it in his gob. Chew on this.
They won't mix. They won't mix with each other and cause an overdose.
Definitely not. No, absolutely.
Okay,
Definitely not.
I'll give him one. He's had his laudanum. I'll give him one black lotus and one mandrake. That should shut him up.
Grab those components out of your bag, stuff it in his mouth. Command him to
Yeah.
chew. He does so when he becomes conscious, and so now he's mildly hallucinating, but he's quite tough about it, and he's giggling slightly.
He doesn't care about anything now.
Not really.
He's a happy one now.
Yeah. So you have two.
Right, you can shut up now because you're really annoying.
Okay. He's looking at you like there's something funny with your face. Yeah. You got 2 action points to spare, one from lightning reflexes and one left over, I think.
There's not anything really more for me to do. I don't want to go into the zone of engagement with that thing. Really.
Stay there and
Sorry.
be ready.
Yeah.
Shagbok.
Yeah, I'm thinking of running. Hi. My plan is to actually maneuver so I get round to this bridge. That bridge.
Yeah. Which way are you coming?
I'm coming from this way.
Okay, so you're going to run around.
But run says run at 3 times movement, gain +3 damage. But I don't want to end up there on the bridge and just be in his line of sight or in his reach.
I've got a bottle bob. That'd be any use.
Well, it depends who's next to it when he goes off. So run is 3 action points, just so as you know. You can do 3 times your movement and you get +3 to your damage threshold until the beginning of the next turn. However, it will provoke an opportunity attack if you leave an engagement which you're not in, so you're alright.
Yeah.
So you will spend all your AP legging it round.
And my movement is 6, so is that 6?
18.
hexes, or is it?
18 hexes 3 times.
Yeah.
Count the hexes, not the yards.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So I can get on the island.
Oh, definitely. Oh dear, whichever goes off again.
But if
1,
I-
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18. Yeah, you can definitely get on the island with a bit to spare, really.
I don't really want to do it where I end up in his reach, though.
Well, yeah, there is that.
If I charge at him now,
Charge would be
Okay,
2
that's
movement for 2 action points, wouldn't it? And gives you an extra fury dice on the attack you do after that.
yeah, fuck it, I'm going to just do that. Let's see what happens. I'm going to charge.
Alrighty.
I'm going to use my extra token just to give me an extra AP.
Okay.
Point.
Yeah. Bear in mind if you're doing multiple actions that you have to take a multi-action penalty if you're going to use that AP for another attack.
Yeah. I will use ambidextrous
Sure.
along with my bad axe. And my brute strength as well.
Sure. Brute strength. Yep.
So 2 times 1, 2, 3, 6. Actually, it's 1 movement. I don't really have to do that, do I? I don't have to charge.
If you don't charge, then you don't get the advantage of the extra fury dice. But you don't have to use all of the movement in a charge, but it will cost you the 2
Yeah.
AP, so it's up to you.
Yeah, no, I'll charge. And I will literally 2 axes leap. So wherever comes towards me, I'll literally just chop in front of me.
Okie
Hopefully
dokie.
to land on it.
this feeling that there is a condition that he has here that comes into play.
Oops. What is it?
Because he's got reach, which is the issue. Okay, yeah, I see what it is. Right, so plot out your movement then. Is it a charge or just a straight movement? Which one is it?
I suppose if it's straight movement, I can just move
And that's only 1 AP, and then you've got, what, 3 left because you're spending an extra one?
yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah.
I'm still in movement, yeah.
Yeah, you are? Yeah.
I'll do the melee attack.
You can do 1 melee attack. If you're going to do more than one, then it's...
Yep, I'm going to do
Take
one.
the
I'm going to
penalty.
do ambidextrous, I'm using 2 axes.
Sure. 1 axe, then the second one. Do the first attack then, and the multi-action
Can I jump
penalty
on him?
applies. If you want to, well, you can if you've got enough movement to get on top of him. Absolutely. I would like an
Yes.
athletics roll for jumpy purposes.
I was there as well, I think.
Yeah,
There.
sure.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'll just do an attack. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
Okay, I'll take combat page. So with my first attack of my battle axe. Is it standard?
No, the first attack. First attack is at standard. I can't remember. First attack is at -10. The
Minus
second will be
10,
at
yeah.
-20. The third, if you're doing a third, will be at -30.
One.
Ow.
Woof. Okay, so it's got 1 AP left to react, so you attack it. Now, lucky for you, it didn't charge, because when you do, it gets a free counter attack. But you didn't.
No.
So there we go. Lesson learned. 17 points potentially, unless it can do something about that. So it's going to try and parry. You're at -10. It's slow, so it gets +10 for the parry, I believe. So that makes it routine. And it fails. However, I've got a million tokens to use. Try again.
So can I prevent your use of it?
Yes, mate, you
Go on,
can.
what's the date?
1 time a session.
Oh,
Brilliant.
yeah.
I'm just about to hit submit, so if you use it, then I'll hit cancel.
I might as well at least use it once.
Good man. good
Cancel. Okay, so
Uh,
I don't get to redo. I'll unflip that. Boop. And that is the end of that. Lovely work, sir. With your, I can't remember the name of that ability now, but it's awesome.
The ebb and flow.
The ebb and flow. Yes, you bring out the ebb and flow, and bind sympathetically to the creature, and the weave of fate takes an alternative turn, and the battle axe sinks into the tentacle flesh of the creature. So 17 damage, yay? 17. Okay, damage threshold. So that's through 1, and that's through 2. So it goes from unharmed to lightly to moderately wounded. So you can have a roll. Now, unless you wanted to do anything with fury dice to that damage. You've got 1 token in the pool. You've got 1 for yourself. So you can either try and escalate the damage, or you are going to get, with a moderate injury, 2 chaos dice. It's up to you what you want to do with
Yeah,
it.
save it for injuries.
Yeah, I'll save it for injuries.
All right then. So it is going to be moderately injured. Well, it's moderately wounded.
That's
So
my
now we can
first.
roll for the injury. So roll 2d6, and we'll see if you get an injury. I'll just bring up the injury cards.
Come on, got a
Yes.
6, good man.
Yes.
Okay,
You,
so
you could still use that other fortune point and turn the other one
You
to a
could,
6 if you
yeah.
wanted. And get 2 injuries.
Yeah, go on then.
excellent. Yeah,
Go
I
on.
think that's a
It's
very
worth
good
it.
tactical use.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. We flip that token then. On, yeah.
Using that one or your one.
Yeah. Did you want the pool one or yours?
I used the poor one because I was using my one to. So I'm doing 1 to move, 1 to.
You've got another
So
action
you spent
point.
your one.
And then another action to hit again.
Yeah. Okay. So that's 2 injuries in that case. So you can draw 2 moderate injury cards. Just tidy up here. Bloody mess of tokens. Look at it. Ooh, flip it. Oh,
Black
he couldn't
eye.
have- black eye.
Only I.
He must flip
Come on.
the results to fail skill tests which rely on vision, which is nearly bloody
Hell
everything.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
it's worth it.
when you slash at this tentacle, you know, it causes another tentacle to sort of like whiplash back as it recoils in horror. It smacks itself in its eye and gets a black eye in the process. What's the second one? Draw the second card. And it dislocates a
Its
shoulder from one of the
Go on.
tentacular shoulders. Until fully recuperated, it starts its turn with 1 less action point. Now, if it herp derps and that,
Yeah.
it's going to do fuck all.
Hell yeah. Well done.
Nicely.
Well done.
So that was your first attack,
Yeah,
I believe. Yeah, you've got a second attack now at minus what, 20?
minus 20.
You're using your second weapon, but you mitigate the penalty because of your ambidextrousness. So it's just the minus 20.
Still using my
Bad
my
axe.
bad axe and hard whippers.
Yeah, bad axe gives you a free reroll if you screw it up.
Ooh.
So take your bad
Free
axe
reroll.
free reroll. Bad axe, 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 bad axe.
Go on.
That's a success. Now
Yeah.
it has used all its AP. So you hit it.
Brilliant.
That damage on its own is not going to be enough. I don't believe. Would it get through the first threshold? It's just enough to get through a threshold and push it up 1. Unless you want to amplify it in any way.
We've got enough.
Have you still got 1 left on your own?
Well, I think
Did
I've
you
used
use
that
it?
one, haven't I? I've used that one.
So there aren't any then? 'Cause there's none left in the
Okay,
pool.
so you just. Yep,
Just bin it.
just bin it.
Spin it.
Yeah, bin it. Bin it to lose it, to win it. Okay, so it takes that damage. It is now seriously wounded. So you can roll,
1.
what is it, 3d6 for seriously wounded? I think.
Grievous is 3 in it.
I can't remember. Help me out.
Grievous is 3.
So it's serious, so
This
it's
would be
2. No, so you overdid it on the last one. Never mind.
It's 2d6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, no injuries. Damn it.
No injuries, unfortunately, but you know it's looking more and more hacked up. And you got another attack because you know why not? At minus 30, 1 weapon, second weapon, third weapon. He's just an axe wielding machine.
Which is arduous.
Does the third arm come out?
No.
Oh,
fail,
crit
no.
fail.
Shit.
Fuck.
Okay, so it's a crit fail. So I do believe that means you take peril when you crit fail, right?
Yes, it is.
You know that well because how many times have you
Yes.
strained your back? Yeah, so crit failure then. I think it's 2d10 plus 2 if I remember correctly. So do you want to roll that? Because I don't trust myself rolling 2d10 plus 2.
Ooh, fucking hell.
17, 18.
That takes me up to my second layer.
Yeah, it's peril though, so you're looking at your peril threshold, I think.
Yeah, the first one is 10, next one's 18, one after that's 24, one after that's 30.
Yeah, peril threshold for you, yeah. Well, actually, it's 12. Don't read the WB plus 3, that is the number to the right. And then 18 is plus 6. Yeah, so it's 2 levels. So you go from unhindered to imperiled to ignore 1 skill rank.
Okay, but I do. There's the thing.
What's the thing?
Hang on. Where is
You
it?
don't free reroll a crit fail, do you?
No.
No. Man of War. When these creatures are injured, they take no.
No, it's peril, not damage.
Okay. Right.
Peril is stress. So, Man of War counts for damage.
Yep.
Yeah, so just put yourself down to 1 skill rank down as you flub that attack and strain yourself. Feel the sinews in your shoulders after these multiple sort of like attacks, just sort of like ripping as you overexert yourself.
I do shout out to my brothers, I'm chopping away. Come on, brothers, it's fun!
Turn outside, you idiot! Works for Lagland, didn't you hear me?
Maybe not now. Bug!
Why is he attacking us then, if he's on our side?
He hasn't attacked
Because these idiots hit him!
But he attacked you
attack him.
first!
Did
No, he
attack anybody?
didn't!
He tried to grab Charles Dickens, didn't he?
He's tickling him. Just
He
wanted a
grabbed
hug.
me.
Yeah, he's grabbed your beer.
He was being
Yeah, he didn't
affectionate,
damage
but
you or-
now he's fucked, so you're fucked.
Being affectionate.
It's difficult to interpret
Yeah,
the
he didn't
actions
damage him.
of a big tentacle squid Kraken thing, I admit. But anyway, what are you doing with Bug?
I have a question for Bug. Can he grab a weapon off of Jabir's belt and give it to someone else?
Sure, he could put it in his mouth, as long as it's not too big. If you're not expecting him to tote one of those massive demon tridents, are you?
No, I was gonna say my bog standard normal person bow, which is like an adult firing a kid's toy, and take it to someone
yeah.
else.
I think if he could succeed in the coordination test or something similar, then he could do that, yeah. Make sense? Do you get me?
Yes, now I need to find
good.
out what coordination is.
Something like that. It's now. Let's have a look.
It's agility.
Yeah, it's agility. Do it as athletics, that'll do. Because it is a feat of strength for him. And coordination, that'll do.
Come on, Bug, please do it.
Go Bug.
God damn it,
Go
dog.
Bug.
Oh.
Go Bug. Go Bug Bug. Oh.
Chewing on it.
Yeah, you've got 2 personal
Ignoring on it.
tokens if you want to use them, just saying.
Yeah, I'm gonna re-roll one of those.
Yeah, go on. Give him a chance. Yay! Look,
Yay.
see.
Good boy.
Alright, yeah, so he successfully grabbed the bow, and, you know, it's like well, dogs can carry incredibly long sticks, I know this for a fact. And yes, he's got it, and he can take it over. Where's he taking it to?
He's going to drag it over to Ragrut and Alan to see
Alan.
whichever one wants to pick it up.
Right, you are. Probably not going to be Alan.
I think we want Alan doing it.
Alan's having an acid trip on laudanum, and he currently thinks Ragrut's face is a balloon. It's all a bit strange. Mr. Oh, top of the turn. Now, how are we doing for time, guys? don't know what the time is.
Half
11.
11.
Half 11.
So it's getting on a bit.
It is. We could call it here, or we could try one more turn. I will be guided by you.
I'm happy
I
with
don't
one
have
more
to get up
turn,
in the
but I
morning.
don't know.
I'll do another turn.
I could probably be alright. What did you say, Lee?
I said I could do one more turn. I've got one day left
Okay.
of work, and then I'm
Out of here.
uh,
No need.
not
for
allowed
work.
out.
Not allowed out. Yeah, stuck in. Right. All right then. All right, Mr. Dickens. What the Dickens are you going to do now? I've been waiting to say that line for ages.
Well, I might as well attack as everybody else is attacking with my crossbow.
I'm not.
Okay, you could do that,
No, I'm not.
and that I don't.
Oh, okay.
You could do that.
Nobody else wants to attack.
Well,
Well, I don't.
I'll tell you what. For free, cost nothing, no action points. You can make a folklore roll with education synergized.
Okay.
And whilst you're doing that, I'm going to have a quick squint at your esoteric skills. Because don't forget you have those things you've picked up. Let me know how you get on with your folklore test.
So, folklore and synergize. Where's folklore?
Yeah, just click the synergy button. It's down in intelligence skills. It's your,
Folklore.
yeah, it's your ballywick.
Synergize.
Synergize, and yeah, actually for you, do it as routine. So in the drop down menu to the left, yeah, brilliant, and hit
Yeah.
roll skill, and you're 39. Okay, so now it is hard to interpret the actions of this beast. I mean, you were scared when it tried to grab you around the ankle, but frankly, amount of damage incurred by this creature thus far, 0. It has not been aggressive. It's probably going to get aggressive now, but you do recall the master asking you for a book on Krakens 2 weeks ago. You remember it going through.
Yeah.
You had his library card and you stamped it and everything, and you think Torigno is entirely right. This creature is subservient to him, and that he probably won't be best pleased if you hack it into sushi. So bear that in mind.
Okay, I shall tell the others. This guy is definitely working for our boss, and we need to withdraw from it,
I told you.
not attack it.
Yeah, you impart that information, and we'll see what kind of a lead balloon that is. Now you do have spells if you wish to use them. I just want to remind you, because you picked up 1 or 2 things as a librarian with a lot of books. So you have those at your disposal as well if you wish to cast one. I mean, just have a quick flip through them with you.
I could set up a camp.
Excellent. That's really helpful right now. I mean, Aegis is a spell. From you from all sides. You can cast it on yourself. It's a protective spell. That might be a reasonable thing to do if you're feeling a bit threatened, and it is all a bit threatening. But otherwise, it's entirely up to you what you want to do. Now, you can do some special actions as well. You can try and bolster your allies or intimidate the opponent. You can do dirty
what's wrong with
tricks
that?
as well.
Dirty trick.
Yeah, dirty tricks. Say, where is it? Scroll down the long list. Dirty tricks. Make a guile test. The foe has to resist awareness or be blinded. Well, it's already half blind already. So, you know, you could basically sort of like hurl some muck at it. You'd have to get a bit closer, probably.
No, I think I'll just do the Aegeus. Try and keep myself
Safe. Very good.
Yeah.
Alright then, so cast it on yourself. A halo of wind will buffet you. You will need to roll. What's the spell component for Aegeus? Can't bloody remember. Oh yes, you use the Splinter of Wooden Shield. Excellent. You have to make an incantation roll.
Okay.
Yeah, now you could pump up the volume in your incantation. It does mean that you might go down the peril threshold a bit.
Okay.
But you can give yourself, for every point you overpower it, you give yourself plus 10 basically. Otherwise you've got 54% to roll.
So I can increase it, is that what you're saying?
Yes, you can. You can sort of like pump, you can sort of like charge up the spell.
What is incantation?
It, I believe, is a will-based spell.
Ah, yes.
If you want to chuck another action point into it to sort of power it up a bit,
So how do I do that?
you just tell you've got 3 action points. You just tell me you're going to use 2 rather than 1. You power it up a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, it will make you a bit. It'll
Two.
make you a bit wibbly wobbly in the old peril department, but it gives you plus 10. So you could then cast it at
Okay.
routine.
Could I synergize with something as well?
Yeah, why not? Go for it.
With like education or something?
Absolutely, with everything that you read when you were nebbing at the book that you gave out to him about Krakens. Yeah. Actually, make this easy, because I think this is a low-level spell anyway. Excellent.
Okay.
Go for it. So you've pumped up the volume on the power. And this wind whips up around you, leaves a bit of muck, sort of like flying around. Means that you're a bit more sort of like protected as you successfully cast. But you have to put yourself 1 down on the peril threshold. So in the combat page, I've just flicked you on it. You see it says you're unhindered in the peril condition track.
Wait a sec. Oh,
Click onto the combat bit. Peril threshold on the left. Go down the track 1.
arrow on the left. Oh yeah. So, which number?
So you go
Down?
you go down the peril condition track. There's a drop down menu. It's currently at unhindered, and you can put it down to imperiled.
Oh, I see.
Yep.
Yeah.
Perfect. Nice one. So you were a bit sort of shook up because you felt the surge of magical power going through you, but successfully and a bit relieved. Now the other impact of that spell is that it improves your damage threshold. Makes you a bit safer. It adds 3 to your damage threshold. And you cannot bleed. So,
Oh, nice.
yeah, useful.
So damage threshold. Do I change that?
Yeah,
Or
I,
it's just
yeah,
no?
yeah, you do. I can see you've already got a mod, probably from eating mushrooms last time, which we didn't take off. So we can keep that
Oh,
as
yes.
it is. Yeah. So,
Did I not start eating mushrooms this time as well?
I think you can. Yes, you can roll a d6. 1 to 3 gives you some mushrooms. 4 to 6 doesn't, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
And then we can add that effect on if you get any mushroom boost. And we need to do the same for Ragrut as well.
Mushroom boost.
Battle Frenzy, yeah. Feel free to do it now.
Yeah.
Whilst Utteringa
Okay.
jumps in and out like a...
Oh, 4's a failure, isn't it?
Yeah, so you don't get any bonus from that. God, dear me. Oh, do something. Right. Better hurry up because their turns after the Marsh Driller. Right, Charles, you've spent 2 action points casting your spell because you boosted it. You've got 1 left. You can hold it in reserve, or you can move, or you can do something else.
I'll just stay where I am.
Excellent.
I'll just move on to the next person.
Okay. Now, at this point, the Marsh Dweller needs to make its hurt dirt roll.
I've got 2 doses of
Excellent. So that's
mushrooms.
+2 on your thresholds. It succeeds in its resolve test.
Which thresholds?
Oh, forgive me, can't remember. I think it's
God,
both.
should be
I
in-
think it's both.
Let me have a look. Oh,
It might be handy, going forward, just to maybe make a little note next to the ability.
yeah.
So you
Let
don't
me
have-
have a look.
whilst you look that up, I'll crack on. The Marsh Driller, didn't hurt Derp. And, it's a bit peed off. Because it's been hurt quite badly. It's got a dislocated shoulder and a black eye, it can't see properly. It roars, and now everybody, because it is sanity blasting everybody will have to make a will test, a resist. So which ability is that? I can never remember the name of this one.
Resolve.
Resolve.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for doing a good timing. Everyone is going to have to make a resolve test as it basically roars in pain against terror. And if you're doing it, I believe against terror is harder than your average bear. It is -20. It's a hard resolve test. So everyone could do that, please.
Can we scrutinise it with something?
Shh. Yes, I think you can
synergise
synergize.
it
Yeah, you
with
can.
something.
Yeah, I wouldn't synergize with scrutiny. I wouldn't. If I was trying to resist
No,
them.
I didn't mean that.
I got you. I got you. Okay.
What's a good thing to synergise it with? you think?
Well, probably physical toughness,
Okay, I'll scrutinise. And it's, what did you say? It's
hard. roll.
hard.
Hard. Yeah. Oh, dearie me. Oh, Charles Dickens has succeeded.
Hey,
Try one of mine again.
Yeah, go for it.
I think I'll try mine again as well.
Yeah, anyone who wants to
Try
re-roll,
mine.
if you've got personal
you said.
points, go for it.
Hard, you said, right?
It is hard, yeah. -20. Nice. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay. Right, so... Oh, another one. Oh dear.
This is not gonna go well.
Any more for any more?
No, it's on the tokens.
You're out. Okay.
I'll have one more go.
Yeah. Okay.
Keep spamming it.
I can't spam on a personal. Spam on the pool.
Yeah, unfortunately.
So the only
And
person...
The pool is empty, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's ironic that the only
Yeah.
person who is currently able to sort of withstand this is Charles. You're alright, mate. But everyone else, unfortunately, unless we can find some other way to mitigate it, suffers from terror. And terror is 3d10 plus 3 on the peril track.
3d10.
3d10 plus 3. Yeah, this is a level of madness, stress that you haven't encountered before. You've had stress, you've had fear, and now this is terror.
So we have to roll 3d10 plus
No,
3.
we don't roll it. He
Oh.
rolls it because it's his guy doing the damage, right?
Right, sure, if you trust me to. I'll.
But we're not going to all roll individually 3d10 plus 3, are we?
Could do, might be fun. But I'll do 3d10.
Sound fun to
So you
me.
can get the worst effect is.
Okay, well if I roll 33, then I'm not going to be held responsible for this shit.
This won't be classed as an imitation test, will it?
We go 15, 18.
Yes, 18. Wouldn't be classed as a what test, mate?
Intimidate test or anything like that.
No.
No, it's not. It's madness.
Okay. So is it, if it hits the 18, does it hit the second
Yeah, it
next track?
meets it,
Or
beats
does it
it.
have to get nut? What does that mean?
So
If my
if you,
second level is 18.
yeah, then it tips you
Okay,
over
so my first one's 12 and my second one's 18. So I go down 2.
2 levels. Yeah.
Right, okay.
So do I have to
On
go
the-
down?
It's 18.
So I've got to go down to ignore 3 skill ranks.
Oof.
Fucking
Because
hell.
you're already imperiled.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm already ignore 1 skill rank.
Yep. So it pushes you down another one. Yeah.
Another 1 or 2.
Well, 2. Yeah. From another one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Further down the track. Right. So everyone's bricking
So-
themselves.
So, like, if it's got, like, my second one is 15, so it has to go down 3, yeah? Because my third one's 21. Right, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've done that right then.
Yeah. You're bob on there.
So I think Rugrat will probably just start screeching.
Use an action
Yeah,
point to
something like
react. Yeah.
What's going to happen to Alan? Because he's off his face.
I don't know. He's so off his face that maybe he's in another dimension mentally.
Have a very bad trip.
He's just giggling. Yeah, but so trips are contextually dependent on the situation. So he's started to have a bad time of it. He was happy looking at your balloon head, and now with all the wailing and the terror, his eyes go a bit squirrely. He's clearly having a very bad time of it. I will do his resolve. Can make it harder for him because he's on drugs. Don't do drugs, kids.
Be easier, shouldn't it? He's on all them drugs.
Depends where you look at it, doesn't
They
it?
make him chill out. Never mind.
It ain't good. So I'll put him down the peril track. 13. He goes 7, 13. That's quick. 19. Can't get there. So he's in a pretty bad way himself, as well as, being unable to walk. Then the marsh dweller. He backs off, and he moves away, and he sinks under the water. Withdrawing his tentacles. He does that as a disengage. So that's disengage is 2, movement is 1.
Does he not have to hurt
That's already
Derp
done.
and lose 1 action point?
I've
at the
already
start of
done
his
that.
turn?
I did that already. I'm afraid you might have missed it because you were binging in out like a rabbit.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, okay.
I did that. Utarigna.
Well, are we still in combat initiative?
Well, he's under the water, so he's out of sight. I mean,
But we're staying in turn order for a minute.
just for a little minute, yeah.
Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hustle to here,
Yeah.
and I am going to bawl and shout at my brother, "I fucking told you not to attack him. On our side, you idiot." And I'm going to do an intimidation to... Even though I don't have squabble amongst myself.
Oh, that's a
because
good
I'm not
point.
little
But the
fucking
snaggers
little
do.
Snagger,
Oh, yeah, Ragnarok.
they do.
Ow.
So I'm going to do an intimidation test
Yeah.
on my brother. Of him. Fucking told you, you idiot. I'm gonna synergize my toughness and my sibling knowledge of him.
Mm.
Can I pose that?
Yes, you can.
Yeah,
You can do that with resolve,
It's
I think.
resolve, yeah.
Resolve with my toughness.
Oh dear.
No, it's resolve, yeah. It's,
Yeah, resolve with the synergize with my toughness.
Yeah.
And that would be standard.
Yes.
yeah, standard because it's degrees of success.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell.
Ha!
All right. Yeah.
So you take. You can't do anything, can you?
No,
So-
no one's got any tokens.
1d10 mental peril plus.
1d10 plus 1, I think. It might be a bit more. Just lost to Rigna. Oh, 2. I don't think you're intimidated much by that. You don't take any mental peril, but you cannot attack Rigna at this point.
I'm gonna spend my last action point to fucking do it again.
Oh, okay.
Fucking told you. As synergize. There you go. Fucking hell.
Oh, just straight up telling off here.
Reckon I can avoid that one or what?
Yeah, you could resolve
Yeah,
again.
you can resist it again. Yeah.
Yeah. You might as well do it now whilst we wait for the other one to come through. Oh, it's really laggy today, isn't it?
Honestly, I could cry. It's driving me mad.
Do you wanna...
I got 0-5 anyway. I got a success.
Okay. Excellent.
You still.
Oh, so it's degree. Oh, he failed again. So 1d10 plus
Oh,
1
brilliant.
again. Yeah. Shall I run upstairs and
Right.
have a look at your screen and come back down again?
Just roll me an actual d10 on you. There we go. 7.
Yeah.
Still not enough to bother him, but you don't have to roll a d10.
Yeah. You don't need a d10, mate.
Unless you're assisting me, but that'd be
No.
a bit silly. So that's 7 peril, mental peril.
7
I don't
mental
think that does it
peril.
either, but
Don't know if that gets through your threshold.
no, it won't do that.
What's your peril threshold in your
I'm
combat?
gonna spend my last personal
No,
fortune point.
Nah, okay.
I'm gonna spend my last personal fortune point because why not? Fucking spaff them all on something useless. To
Continually rip them apart.
to do the re-roll for that intimidation and try and get better than a 0-5.
Okay.
Where is it? To waste all my good points on shouting at my fucking brother. Oh, 0-7. Fucking
Wow.
hell.
Technically, yeah, you got better.
Technically,
Nah, it's the same.
2 points.
Pose that for a
Anyway, you don't have to do it. Yeah, I'm just fucking ranting at you.
Oh,
This thing works for our fucking boss, our new boss. We're supposed to be making a good impression.
his hair's going
idiot.
back in the air. You
Yeah.
know, the dreadlocks.
Browsing!
I am browsing. I will not be influenced by you. Oh dear.
I think I would like shout back something like, "He's not my fucking boss."
Ooh. Oh, yeah. Oh
You
yeah.
should be.
Yeah.
Don't hang around here.
Oh, it's coming to.
Rant.
Oh, it's coming to a rub
Go
there.
wrong.
Oh, it is, isn't it?
Go wrong.
Oh my god.
That's my turn now. I've run out of
Fucking awesome.
Discord.
Yeah. Just long enough for Discord to die on you. Right, Jabir. Honestly, poor sweet boy that you are. And to see this utter psychological deconstruction of Shagbok, spittle and hair everywhere. What would you like to do?
First things first, I got to do this.
Herpy derpy. Yeah, might as well. Oh dear. Oh well.
I guess what I'll do then is I'll use some of my movement
Yeah.
to move further back so I'm less likely to get pulled into the water
Boom. Good plan.
and keep hold of one.
Keep hold of one just in case. Excellent. Now, Ragrut, you have been pushed down the peril track. I think it's fair to say that you've probably never been quite as frightened as this in your life. So I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but you have squabble amongst yourselves kicks in.
Yes, I have to do a resolve test.
You do.
Just on the first round, and if I fail it,
Yeah.
I have to attack.
Alan.
Hang
I
on, let
believe.
me up on the thing. Yeah, I think it would be Alan. Hold on, let me.
It would, yeah. It depends. Are you more scared of attacking Bug for Jabir to then turn around and whack you, or?
I think I would probably attack Alan. Right, hold on, I just want to share it with you, but I've got such a long list of stuff now.
Oh, what a hardship. All these cool abilities. Not useful, it says here. Squabble amongst
Yes,
themselves.
I've labelled all my things with whether they're useful, whether they're for fighting, whether. Okay, of strong leadership.
You can resist every turn. Yeah.
After.
Thereafter,
So I have
yeah.
to do a resolve test.
Yeah, you do a resolve test. Yeah.
Now, how the fuck do I do a resolve?
It's a willpower based skill.
Can I add in? I could synchronize it with something.
You could do it at the same time as whistling, but you could you can synchronize.
Well, I'm going to synchronize it with education because far and deep in my mind, I know what's going on.
Yeah, you do. I mean, you've read about it. You know about the theory, but it's different in practice. When you're actually in the field and you're being maddened by this Kraken. That's what this is. This is a swamp Kraken.
Oh!
Bloody hell. Yeah, you do. You
Right,
resist
so-
the urge to poke Alan in the eyeballs because he's laughing at your head.
So in that case, I'm going to take my last two.
Your last poo? What?
So two.
Oh, sorry. Misheard you completely.
My last 2 doses of mandrake root, which will put me up. Let me just double check. I've got it here open somewhere. Mandrake root. I can go up 2 for the peril threshold.
Yeah, last 6
6
hours. Nice.
Yeah.
And that helps you in terms of
So
any
just-
further perilous situations.
Yeah. So I'm now. Where is it? Where's all the peril stuff? Well, it's in combat, isn't it?
Yeah. Add a mod there.
So I'm just. Oh, can I not just put myself up to? So I have to add the mod.
Yeah, put it in a mod and it boosts up the threshold for you. That way you can take it off easily when it wears
Right,
off.
so I don't have to. Right, okay. So it's 4.
So you stuff some drugs
Okay.
down your gullet, and Alan continues a terrified giggle. God knows what he's
Okay, so-
witnessing.
So I'm just gonna, because I've got no idea what the rest of them are gonna do, because they're all fucked in the head. So I'm just gonna grab Alan by his not bad leg and just start legging it,
He could-
basically.
Yeah, he continues to scream as you pull him along on his arse, dragging him along by his foot.
So I just want to see what my move is. Movement.
Yeah, your movement is
8.
8. Yeah, it's technically reduced by 3 when you're dragging an Alan. So 5.
Okay, but can I? What action can I use that means I can go further?
You could do 2 hustles or 1 charge, and you can move 10 hexes with either of those.
Movement actions. Movement times 2. So I can do 2. Do you say 2 hustles and 1 charge?
2 hustles or 1 charge. That's 2 action points. They're both 2 action points.
They're both basically the same.
Yeah. Except for
Okay.
charge. Charge does give you other options, but
Yeah.
don't really need it.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'll go to there and I'll drag Alan with me
Yeah, kicking and screaming.
because I don't know what state Charles is in, but he's, well, you know, I mean, I do in real life know that he's fine,
Yeah,
but he might just come and attack me.
that could very much happen. Yeah. Your snagger's available to that. So you're creating a massive. Oh, excellent! You've managed to follow a track mark. That's nice. Sort of like
Yes.
sludgy trail. And Alan, as he bumps up and down, is just screaming hysterically, passing in and out of consciousness. You know, he's not having. This is not one of his better
Fun.
days.
I don't think it's anyone's better days, is it?
Not at all.
It's not, nothing's gone right
Oof.
today.
Well, Shagbok. Good
Yeah,
God,
I'm
you've
still looking at my brother.
just been.
Walk away.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. Walk off. That's technically giving you an opportunity attack, Otoregno, if you wanted it. Just
Fuck
saying.
you, brother. Walk away.
I punch him.
Oh!
Oh my god!
Has a reaction. He punches you. Yeah, throw your punch.
I've got 3 action.
Standard.
Have you got an action point
God.
left? Have you got action point left though?
You don't have to have action points to do an opportunity attack. It's free.
It's a free reaction.
The back of the head. Wow.
Oh, as you turn on him, he smacks you on the back of the head. Now you can defend against this. Yeah. So if you want to parry, go for it. It's fast, so it's at -10.
What about my buckler though?
But I think
So you
that
get +10 if you've got a block. Right?
brings
Straight
it back up to a straight roll. I like to play the +10, -10 game.
roll. Yeah.
Straight roll.
Yeah. Ooh.
Really
Yeah.
hurt my knife today.
No,
Well,
it's not.
I've no more fortune points to up that damage.
Yeah.
So it's just 13. Don't know if that would get through your damage threshold.
Yeah, it does.
Oh,
Fuck you.
wow. Yeah. So 12, 11. Yeah, it takes you
Oh.
to
Like you would.
lightly wounded.
Only like
It's only lightly wounded.
You
It's not
can't
enough
get
to be
injured.
injured. No. Yeah, but you there's
like
a,
I'm a lot younger than you as well, right?
Mm.
I'm a lot younger than you. I'm bigger than you, but I'm a lot younger than you. But now I'm like a proper fucking tantrum little brother. Fucking ass. Smack in the back of the head.
It's all role played, by the way.
Yeah, it's not because I'm so fucked off at Discord, constantly pinging me in and out all night.
Shagbok, though, you know, I mean, you've defended yourself and you were turning away, so you can continue that movement unless you want to do something different. It's up to you.
No, I was going to carry on walking away. I can't be asked.
Fair enough. Show him your ass. Go on.
You're gonna do a Mooney.
Yeah.
And you aren't subject to squabble amongst yourselves as a mechanic, but it
Yeah.
seems like
But
originally.
funnily enough, they are.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it is a funny thing. There you go. So you just walk off. Is there anything else you wish to do?
No, I think just looking to see what I
Surely so Uter is the other finger.
Yeah,
Yeah, for an action point.
yeah.
could do that.
I mean, you could try and intimidate him back, or you could
Yeah.
just looking through actions in combat.
Yeah, I've used up all my fucking action points and fortune points. I can't do shit now.
I'm not gonna kill my brother.
No, but you could do a stunning blow, which is an interesting perilous stunt. You
Before you
make an
get-
athletics test. They have to resist toughness or be stunned.
Is that? Yeah, I suppose. So.
He's trying to wind you up into it there.
Yeah.
Don't let him wind you up into it.
What, me?
No, I'm
Yeah,
just trying to
you.
think of what-
I'm just giving him options. I'm just trying to talk.
I know.
Just talking him through the various things he can do with his character. I don't know what you mean.
So stunning blow is what?
Stunning blow is a perilous stunt.
I like a nice perilous stunt.
Oh yeah.
Careful.
Stunning blow.
I've already been banned off one channel for inappropriate, not safe for work
No.
posting.
No.
Mention no
Yeah,
names.
you.
Honestly,
Foul
I was
language.
only quoting a movie.
I'm gonna do what I said before. I'm just gonna give him the middle finger and walk off.
All right, just for your information
run.
though, just for information purposes only. Stunning blow. You do a kidney punch or you use a solid bludgeoning instrument. You strike to stun your opponent. Doesn't do any damage. When engaged with a foe, you make an athletics test. If they fail to resist, then they become stunned, which means they have one less AP until they successfully resist at the beginning of their turn to shake off the stun condition. There you go.
No, I'm gonna walk off.
Oh, I think it's such a shame to kidney.
Boring.
He's such the
Boring
bigger
brother.
orc. He's such a big orc. He's a big
do you know
orc.
what? Do you know what? I'm gonna turn around and fucking. I've got my knuckle dusters. I'm gonna fucking hit him.
Oh no, you're gonna punch him. Oh, I was only trying to get you to. Oh no.
Oh, God.
You go to walk away and just turn back around.
Oh, he's marching up and down. Yeah, go on then.
So it's a barehanded, is it?
Knuckle duster is a weapon.
You
Yeah.
take the knuckle dusters.
Yeah,
I
mate.
haven't actually got them in my. Hang on. I don't understand that because I've got in my list of trappings. I've got.
Yeah, it's
So
no
look
good.
in your trappings.
Look in your combat,
weapons
mate.
in your
Yeah.
combat.
Come back over here.
Okay, I'll just do a barehanded punch.
Yeah. I mean, we can add the knuckle dusters on top if you
No,
want.
no.
Just slap him.
barehanded punch.
You slap him. Pew, 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 pew. I impugn you, little brother. Smack him. Oh, it's a nice slap.
Ooh.
So you can parry, but it's a slow attack, so it's +10.
I don't have any action points left. I can't parry.
Oh, you hit him for 12 then.
My damage threshold is 14. So I
Slap!
take a slap.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
good
take
enough.
any damage.
Oh, I
I
love
probably
it.
shut up then after that.
Nice, nice. Okay, so you walked away, you turned around, you walked away, you turned around. That's about 3 action points spent doing that. And then you slapped him. Oh my god, that's so funny, mate. Meanwhile, the last turn of the evening goes to the dog. Bug.
Yeah, Bugger's just probably just gonna walk right up to Jabir and climb into his bag.
Shake.
Aw.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, and just sort of like hops into the bag really, and sort of like cowers down really, and at that point, my God, I think we deserve to go to bed. Really, have a lie down after all that.
Oh my
Drink.
god.